Yes. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to WCFL Dolphins Talk. I hope you all are having a good day. I know some of y'all are colder than I am where you're at, but I am freaking freezing down here in Florida. I mean, it's already 47 degrees, and I know when Winters comes on, he's going to be complaining it's 26 up there or 13 or something like that. No, I don't care. I'm cold. I'm freaking cold. It shouldn't be this cold in Florida. Real quick, I want to thank everybody for your support with everything I've been going through with losing my father and my mother-in-law fallen, my sister-in-law fallen, and everything else that's been going on in this crazy world of mine. But thank you all for your support, your condolences, all that. And let's go ahead and get on with this show. We got a bunch to talk about tonight, a lot to talk about. So let's bring on Mr. John O'Hanlon first.
What's up there, Papa Paul? How are you, brother?
I'm doing pretty good this week. I'm doing really good, honestly. You?
Can't complain, except it's a lot colder here than it is there.
Not to me, it's not. Let's bring on our brother Dolphin Winters.
Good
What's
evening.
up, Winters?
Hey, what's going on, John? What's up, Papa Paul? And good evening to everybody watching, and happy holidays to everyone.
You know, Winters, if I had some of that tonight, it'd probably make me warm right about now.
No, it won't. It will not make you warm. You need a shot of rum and whiskey. You'll be fine. You'll be all right.
You mean?
Yeah, because I'm hearing you complaining about 40-something degrees. I was drinking a smoothie with today, John. What was it in Jersey? Because in Philly, it was 28 degrees and it felt like 20, and I was drinking an extra large smoothie on the way to work.
Today, 39.
See, thank you. And these guys are complaining about what?
I know. I'd be in shorts if I was down there.
Oh man,
You come on and be in your shorts. I'm in sweatpants. I got a shirt on, plus my sweatshirt, jacket on, hoodie on. It's freaking cold.
That's not cold. That's spring.
that is. We're barbecuing right about that time, dude.
My cojones are sucked up. It's that cold.
You playing turtle there, Papa Paul?
Oh yeah, I definitely am. Let's bring out our brother, Mr. Tom O'Gara, at the campfire.
What's up, Tom?
Laughing on the way home and shit. I wasn't even in yet, and I'm starting to respond like you got like on shit. I'm like, oh boy. How you guys doing?
Hey,
Good, man.
doing good. How you doing, brother Tom?
I'm good. I'm still on the way back to my buddy's house to go pick up money for the jerseys and stuff, and his stepson just wouldn't go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, I got to bring in our queen for the show right now, Miss Pamela, because she'll agree with me that it's freaking cold.
It's freaking cold, man.
Oh,
It's cold.
please.
It's
Cold.
cold.
It's called spring.
It's cold. I'm just telling you. With this humidity and that breeze out there, y'all will be like, what the heck? I thought we were in Florida. I thought it was supposed to be warm. It's cold. Campfire Tom, is it warm by the campfire?
He's driving home right now.
He's driving tonight.
34 degrees tonight out here.
It's chilly. Yeah, it's chilly. I've missed you guys. I miss everybody out there.
Miss you too.
Love.
I'm hoping it's not like this at the Christmas Eve game or the Monday night game. Shit.
Oh. You know, last year, the
Winters.
Christmas Day game, honestly, I've been in a lot of places. I've been in Jackson Hole, Wyoming in January. There in Dolphins Stadium at that Christmas Day game, that's the coldest I've ever been in my whole life. January in Jackson Hole, Wyoming was laughable.
Well, real quick, I need to bring on a special guest, Mr. Victor Orocho from Jersey Boys.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's up, Victor?
I hope I pronounced your last name right.
You got it, Victor Orocho. How are you?
Orocho.
Thank you for having me
Stay
on
for
the
us,
show.
Victor.
It's great to have you on our platform, Vic. Great to have you on here, and welcome to WCFL Dolphins Talk, brother.
Thank you. I was excited.
Hooked Up Joe's in there watching.
Hey, Joe. He knows it's cold here. He's going to find socks.
Yeah.
You guys would die up here. You guys would not
Yeah,
make
I would.
it.
Well, I'd have about 7 more layers on.
No,
Do you not have heat in your house?
That's why we
Y'all
left.
got the heat
north.
on so bad up there. It is just oppressive. You get in a cab up there at North. You go in a restaurant up. They got the heat on. It's pouring. I feel oppressed up north in the
Well,
winter
here's
time.
the deal.
It's bad.
Here's the deal with that. With COVID, a lot of places still have the air conditioner on.
Oh, okay.
That is no lie. That's
That's
true.
different, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's even
Hooked
colder.
Up Joe will tell you.
So it's even
Hooked Up Joe
colder.
says
Colder.
that the humidity makes it cold to the bone cold.
Yep.
It does. The humidity here changes what you think is cold. It does. It was 57 degrees in my house this morning. I don't turn on the heat. I don't turn on 57 degrees in the house. That's pretty chilly, right? You know. Look, it's putting his hoodie.
It was
57 is hoodie weather. That's hoodie weather, and I got a thermal on and 2
It
t-shirts.
was 35
No, I mean in my
degrees here this
house.
morning.
In my
But that's-
house, that's what it was.
I mean, you're talking foreign to us Northerners. Like, this is foreign to us. It really, I'll say you this, and John, I know John and Tom remembers this because we've all have like basically the same weather.
Oh, shut up, you Yankee.
Literally, we
That's right.
have literally had Indian summers for winters for the last 3 years. Literally.
I know we're gonna get spanked.
You know what that's called?
Yeah, we're gonna
Dolphin
get
winners,
spanked.
you know what that's called? That's called a 3-dog night.
Yeah,
And
we're
it
gonna
just so happens I got 3 dogs.
Well, I'll say this to you: we're gonna get spanked this year. We're gonna get snow. We're gonna get snow. We're gonna get
Yep.
we're gonna get all that.
I mean, it was really
Hello,
cold.
Liz.
Victor, we didn't have the snow.
That's it. Hey Liz. Hey Liz out there.
Hey, Liz.
So how you doing tonight, Victor?
I am fantastic. Actually, had a good day, and notified this morning. You guys asked me on the show, so I was honored to be on your show. I was excited and told my group in the men's group, and I was trying to promote your show. I promoted afterwards as well. We promoted it on our show as well.
I appreciate that very much.
And I hope you had I hope you had a good time on our show as well, Paul.
Oh yeah, I had a great time. Yes, it was wonderful. Yes, and I tell everybody. But I want to get to talking to John and Tom, who were at the Miami game this past Friday. And see, John, if I remember correctly, John said he wasn't going.
No, I'm going to that one. I'm not going to Washington.
Oh, I didn't think we. I
I could have swore you said you weren't going to be. You were going to go to the Black Friday game, but you weren't able to.
No, it's the Washington game I'm not able to go to.
Okay.
Because Winters and I heard the same thing.
Yeah, because I said, I'm looking at the pictures, and I'm like, I didn't think John was going to the Friday.
Yeah, it's only 40 minutes from my house.
Oh, well, shit. It makes sense.
Tom's doing a fashion show.
I had,
That's a nice fashion show.
I had,
the Dolphin fashion show.
Just for the record, it's the first show I've been on that everybody. No, that's not true. The Alabama show. They're all Alabamas. This is the second show I've been on that everybody's only one fan, one team. That's it.
No,
That's it, brother.
Gator chump, buddy. Gator chump. Don't be
No,
talking
no,
about one
no.
team.
Oh,
I'm here and
Right
I'm
in the division
here.
there.
FSU
My
took care of
husband's
you.
you too.
FSU
My
took
husband
care of
Victor,
you.
he's a you. We're a mixed marriage when it comes to
I
college.
don't got nothing. I don't know nothing from
I'm a house divided.
We're
FSU
house
took care of
divided
you,
when
Miss
it comes to
Pam.
college too.
FSU
What's that?
took care of you, Miss Pam.
Oh, Gator
FSU,
chump you.
FSU took care of you.
You gotta give
The
the Gators a
referees
little
took
love.
care of
the
us.
3 major teams in Florida, they're the only ones that stayed significant for the longest time.
The you?
The Gators.
I was going to say.
Of the three Florida
wait.
teams, the Gators stayed significant the longest.
The
Florida
longest.
I don't know about that. You might be a little young then.
We're that team.
No. I'm talking about the last 5-6 years. Like
Oh,
5 years.
all right.
Florida
Gators,
State's been
Gators.
terrible.
Go
Miami's
Gators.
been terrible for a long time. Just my luck. My kids are in Florida State for 7 years. They're terrible. My daughter graduates in August.
They are not terrible. What are you talking
From
about?
Florida State. Yep.
Paul, listen to me. This is what I just said. My daughter just graduated in August.
Okay.
And now they're the number 4 team.
Now,
For
right
me to
now,
go, it's gonna
yeah.
cost me
I
5 times the amount of money.
remember you saying that on the show. I remember you
Yeah,
saying that.
I mean, 7 years. Would you think Florida State for 7 years would be terrible?
The worst luck.
7 years, man. I had to pay for that. At least I didn't have to pay for them going there. Now I got to pay for them going there. I got to be there. The Courtyard Marriott's $400.
Oof.
Well, I want to
Hey,
hear
Victor,
Tom and
do you know what
John's
they all
thoughts on the
have in
game.
common? The
I'm
Florida State kids and the Florida kids, you know what they all have in common? They can all get into Florida State.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
They also have in common that the Gators party at Florida State.
Yeah, they do.
Yep.
Yeah, always. Yes. It's nice to meet you, Victor. Nice to meet you.
Okay, John, Tom, let's hear about your experience at the game on Friday.
MetLife takeover was absolutely fantastic. Shout out to NYC Dolphins Club. Again, this was their 10th year. I think I've made 6 or 7 of them, so they do a phenomenal job.
I tell you what, it was a big crowd there.
Yeah, there was a lot of Dolphins fans in the stadium. Probably close to about a third was Dolphins fans. A lot of aqua and orange around. A lot of people, even though it was we were wearing white, a lot of Dolphins fans were wearing black. I guess because of the cold, they were trying to stay warmer. But there was a lot of Dolphins fans there. Tailgating. We tailgate right across the road from the NYC, so we can just walk in and out. You know, we go over, we spend some time, we come back, grab something to eat, go back over there. They're always very nice to everybody. They do a phenomenal job. So shout out to all those guys. We sat, what were we? 42 rows back, so we had a little section where he got his tickets, so we were all together. So we didn't have any trouble with any of the fans or anything like that. By the end of the game, I was sitting second row right behind Bob Sampson, talking to him, taking pictures right down on the field because pretty much what Tom by the start of the fourth quarter, a lot of them left.
Just started moving up.
I love it. You just moved down. Is that what you did?
As soon as they started leaving, I waited for the rush to come up the stairs and then hit the stairs and walked down and went to row 2 and just hung out there.
I love that.
I wonder why they were leaving, John. I just wonder why.
We know why they were leaving.
That ass whooping they took. That's why.
Because they suck. That's why.
I'm going to tell you guys when I know we're going to get into the game, but when Holland intercepted that ball, and I'm literally my mom's in the other room. She's on the computer. I'm looking. I'm like, oh my God, he picked the ball off. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, oh my God, he has blockers. So that's all I kept saying. He has blockers. And when he juked out the quarterback, I was just lost. And I had my friends calling me. All my friends were calling me like, oh my God. They were like, yo, what the? I said, hey.
Yeah, that was a game-changing play. We were actually in the end zone that he scored in, so we got to watch him run all the way towards us.
Wow.
It was over. So nice.
What a great, that's great.
The question is, did he catch the ball flat-footed? Did he catch the ball in stride?
No, he
kind of jumped up.
Center field, just like
he kind of jumped up a little bit. Yeah, it was
because he was in the end zone. He jumped forward, landed about the 1 when he actually took control of the ball, and then just took off.
I said it was the half. I kept saying, don't cheat him on the half, right? It's 99 and a half yards.
His front foot was right about the 1, so it's 99 yards.
Right.
Yeah.
What was the score of the game at that time?
It was 10-6 Miami.
And we were getting the ball start the third, so 17, and then we came right down.
But the key thing was they got their second interception at that time.
You got
Yeah.
lucky because you should have lost. The Dolphins should have lost against the Chargers because of the same play. That defensive back should have took a knee and instead gave the ball to the Chargers on the 6-yard line because he got tackled. And the same guy got beat for a touchdown right after that. So, it's a luck of the draw, and that's not – he got lucky. It's a great play, but that's a bad move.
Here's the thing.
Not really, because all the skill players were behind him.
Right.
When he caught it and looked down. I mean, yes, they're supposed to knock the ball down. They're not supposed to catch it. You're supposed to knock it to the ground,
But he's
But there was no
Jalen
time
Ramsey.
left, so it didn't matter.
For
Oh,
God's
Jalen
sake.
Ramsey.
He's
Javon Holland.
Jalen Ramsey.
No, it's Javon Holland.
Javon Holland.
Javon Holland. Sorry.
Yeah, there was
He's
just no
Javon
time
Holland.
left, so it didn't matter if he got
That
tackled or not.
boy is like he is.
But Jalen,
And there was no
Ramsey
time
was
left.
different.
Yeah,
There was no time left in.
It was 1 second when he
and they
caught it.
weren't going to
He caught it.
win anyway, right? Like
it was
we
in
had
half
that
quarter?
win. That was just
There was only 1 second left when they threw the ball, really, and
right.
For
Yep.
half,
It
it
was-
was halftime.
halftime.
Yeah, it was right at the half.
Yeah,
It was such a bad call.
Oh,
They
okay,
should have
then
in the
I
half
apologize.
10-6.
it
They
was.
should have went in
That's
10-6,
because
beat the
they're
ball.
the jesters. They're stupid. Let's
Then,
get real.
then it's
They
then it's
just
worth the
things
risk
up.
because even if you
Yeah.
got tackled on the 6th,
Yeah.
it would have been halftime.
Yep.
Then it's worth the risk. But the guy who did it in the Chargers, that's why that guy should be fired. He just gave that game away.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
I was a defensive back. You just don't do that.
No, and that's the thing. So
Unless you're
I
Jalen
mean,
Ramsey or Deion Sanders, you're one of those. Let me tell you something. I
Yeah.
gotta give you credit. I'm sorry, Paul, but Jalen Ramsey is worth that. Came back and has delivered the
glue.
first game
Yes.
he came back, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I tell you-
he's a baller. He is a
Yeah,
baller.
he's definitely a baller. That first
we
game
were
when he
there
came
for that
back,
game too, right, Papa Paul? We saw that
Yes.
interception. Like
and
I
I
Yeah.
tell
mean,
you what,
you
we
saw
it,
that. Oh,
but he also scared me with that.
he did.
When he got
Well,
hurt.
He did.
not when he made the interception, when he hurdled that guy.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
I could
yeah.
think of
Oh
was
my
someone
God.
coming in and hitting him in that knee, even though there was no one around him really.
Yeah.
But someone coming in and hitting that knee, he just had to
Oh my gosh.
finish healing,
The injury would have happened more when he landed. The hitting in the air doesn't hurt as bad, but when he lands on that
But
leg, it's when it's the
still-
problem.
Nobody was near him.
It
He
was
was.
still
It was the man in that, right?
Well, it's because the NFL is a copycat league, right? When I played, you were taught never to leave your feet. Like don't jump over guys. Guys are jumping over centers. They're jumping over. I mean, you got tight ends jumping over guys. It's because they can't tackle high, so they got to go low. There's so many different things that are taking place, and it's not traditional. Like it wasn't the way we were taught, right? You were never supposed to leave your feet when you're running.
Well, the game has changed a ton over the last 20 years.
Yeah,
It
well,
has. And as an athlete, when you're trying to do your thing, you got to get a feel for what's going on. You got to go with what your gut's telling you, right? So, I mean, Ramsey isn't one that's always running down the field. Clearly, he's a defender, right? So he's on the other side of the ball, but he knew what he was doing. You got to give the guy credit. He saw what was going on. I mean, that was just so beautiful.
He just drew the quarterback in to throw over there,
He
and
did.
that's all he wrote.
he's good for a defensive back to come back and make an impact. It's hard to be that good and make an impact as a defensive back right off the bat because they're going to stay away from you.
Everything.
They're going to, you're
Well,
playing one side of the field. It's not really like your chances aren't. You're not a linebacker. You're not a lineman. He produced the second he came back. I mean, God, you guys.
And you know what? People didn't believe me, but you can go back on some of the shows, and I said he would be back by the Germany game. And people are like, he won't be back. He'll be back in December and stuff. But you go back to the shows, and I was the one who was saying he'd be back by the Germany game, which he was.
And was he just back or was he back? He was back in black, baby.
Yeah. So what else went on during the game there?
I mean, It was good. I mean, we got to figure things out. Like Tua definitely wants that pass back. The pick six, he definitely wants that one back for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Played good though against a really good D. I mean, as we see, it was like the best rating of all of the stud quarterbacks that played him. I mean, he knows you got to clean it up. But like Mike said early on after the first win, sometimes the defense is going to win games. Sometimes the offense is going to win games. Sometimes both are going to win games together. It's when they come together, like you see what we have. Our defense is now strong. So if we get our offense clicking and the defense is strong, whew.
So are we official now? Are we officially a top 10 defense correct right now?
Yes. Yeah.
I would say at least, right? I don't think you can count on those.
There was an article
stats,
I seen. I mean, our offense has been number one all year, pretty much, but our defense in the last 7 games, I think, has been in the top 5.
Yeah,
the last 7 games, they're number 7 overall for the year.
That's what I'm talking about.
But in the last 7 games, been top 5.
Yes.
Right. When you average, I don't think you're getting the full read on what our defense is, because you got the new defensive coordinator. He's mixing it all up, and he didn't have all his peeps. Now we're getting the peeps back, and he's able to get everybody to get on the same page with that defense. So what we have is a defense that's on the incline. Like we're just now coming around. So if you average it, I don't think the average shows who we are now, because before what we were has drug us down, right?
Well, I mean, I'm not worried about that. It's getting better every week and keeping the teams from scoring. That's what the defense is supposed to do. Just keep doing it.
That's right. Agreed.
Yeah, Mike can't abandon the run, just sustain drives. See what you have. We have a run game, and it's crazy because Armstead didn't even play well, then went out hurt. Eichenberg played good. Austin Jackson played good until that ridiculous play happened. But our line's been like patchwork, but it's worked for the most part.
I'm like this with Austin Jackson. I think the team should take up a collection and pay the fine or whatever fine he gets for whatever happened on the field. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Austin Jackson to me is the unsung MVP of the offensive line and the offense period. And I hope to meet that man. I hope to meet that man and shake his hand and apologize to his face for all the bad things I said to him on the internet. Seriously, because he
was cool.
Yeah, I would love to say I want to apologize to you personally, man, because we've been I was one of you guys dogging you out online, and I would love to just be sincere for real, because he is shutting all of us up. I'm serious, and I don't even mind that play. I don't mind that play. You need somebody to have a little nastiness. Yeah. You need that, so I don't even mind that. That's football. You get what I'm saying?
We ranked like top 3 tackle in the league statistically this year for like
right.
Oh, it's crazy. He's gonna get the bag too.
That's what I'm saying.
100%.
And Christian Wilkins is about to get the bag too.
As he should. It's starting to work. It's starting to look good. Keep it up. You know what I mean? That's what I said. He produces. We see what we get. Then first 8 games, 6 games. Yeah. Now the last 4 or 5 games. There we go. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Real quick, a little announcement. This is the newest shirt I have out there, the Suicide Squad shirt.
I love it.
I don't have my picture of my Peace, Love, and Fins Up shirt. I'll have to make sure I get that on here for next week. But all 100% of our profits go to charity. It's either going to DCC or it's going to polycystic kidney disease research or helping the communities. But I got to tell you, my rep called me today. I got hold of my rep. He talked. I am sending him an email with a picture of the shirt, the Peace, Love, Fins Up family shirt.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to try and get his manager to hook me up with the right people I need to be hooked up with to make sure the players and the coaches each get a shirt of that.
Oh,
nice.
Man,
well, that is an amazing idea that you had. I love that. Love it.
So especially, and he even agreed, especially when Hill got fined for throwing the peace sign.
Right.
And the peace sign is like this is the symbol on our shirt for Peace, Love, and Fins Up.
I have one. Do you want me to go get it?
Everyone's
Yeah,
fine.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Hold on,
Love
I'll be
it.
right back.
yeah.
All right.
And I'm gonna, on the back of the shirt is going to be it's going to say Dolphins Fans United with all the list of all the clubs that donate for the shirts.
I love it. And some pages, not clubs, but pages.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Forever
it's
Dolphin fans, we're just a
the
page.
pages are clubs too, Pam.
Yeah,
We-
we're just that, but yeah.
You can say you're just a page, but you're a club too.
Yes, you
We have
are.
thousands.
And
We have
it's just going to
thousands.
say
Yeah.
it's just going to say Dolphins Fans United, and then the list of the clubs, the pages, what
I
names,
love it.
individual names, whatever.
Love it, Papa
'Cause
Paul.
there's going to be probably about 100, 150 shirts given out.
Nice.
Bring it a little closer, just the top half, John. Okay, can you see that, Victor?
That's amazing. That looks so good.
What's on the side of on the
On the
left side?
sleeve, it's peace, love, and then fins up with family underneath. And then on the sleeve is actually the WCFL Helping Hands Incorporated logo.
Yep. That's in the top right-hand corner. You can see that.
I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. That
It
looks
just
amazing.
doesn't have the phone number and Facebook on it.
Yeah. That looks good.
But
So,
yeah, that's
Dolphin winners, like, you're saying you want to apologize, like going back at him and stuff. But the thing is at least you realize, and you're changing your mind according to what's going on the field, right? Because some people,
Yeah.
they get on something, they're like a dog with a bone, and they don't get off. And the thing is like if somebody shows you something different, then you got to go with that, right? And you have. So, no apology necessary. Just like support. I mean, you're doing great.
Dude, he has been killing it. He's been killing it every
Yes, he has.
game.
We're
I
also
guess the
you're
boss-
talking about
players.
Wilkins, right?
We're talking
No, I'm
about
talking about Austin Jackson.
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been killing
I
it.
mean,
man.
they all.
I'm
I
impressed.
But it shows a testament to
honestly,
this coaching staff. They're learning to develop guys.
Mhm.
Look at the difference we had with Flores, and look at the difference we have with this staff. Like solely, you don't have to talk about anything else besides development of players.
yeah.
What I loved,
Things
Go ahead.
we're working on.
And I mean, there's a lot of young players still on the team, and we got time we can roll with this for a while.
I wanted
A
to ask,
long while.
I wanted to ask Tom and John, how did it feel watching us go 15 plays down the field methodically, eating time off the clock, and then scoring at the end? How did
That 9-minute drive, yeah.
Yeah.
That was just you're in their house and you could just see the fans were every time we had the ball and we moved the ball, you could just see their fans were more and more demoralized because they just realized as good as their D was, they couldn't stop us. We had a couple of bad turnovers, but overall the offense did well, over 300 yards. Well, we have 300.
300.
I mean, I think in the first half, in one quarter, we had the ball for over 11 and a half minutes in one quarter.
So
Yeah.
And it's
the
just,
ball control, the time of possession was ridiculous, right? Like I don't know. Did they get the ball? I don't know.
Like that's the type of game we needed to have. Though.
You had the ball for
incredible.
11. You had the ball for almost a quarter, 11 minutes.
Yeah, I mean it was
over 11 and a half
incredible.
minutes in the one quarter.
Yeah.
We had.
We just controlled the game, and that's what
That
we want
helps
to
your
do
defense.
every game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
does.
exactly. That helped our defense a lot.
Defense held them to what? How many rushing yards?
Well,
when
and
you
they
control
always-
the ball for 11 for a quarter,
Yeah.
your defense ain't really out there. So
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
And, I mean, they hit the defense held their offense to 6 points.
yeah. Just I know I'm on the show with Dolphin fans, but your defense has got to. In the two teams you gave up high points. The only team that was a good team, that's a playoff team that you didn't give a lot of points to, that they're not playing well, are the Chiefs. But you gave up points to Buffalo, you gave up points to the Chargers, and even though you won that game, and you gave up points to Philadelphia.
Don't say Philly. Don't even say Philly, because that is a BS game. Don't even go on the Philly thing. Because I was jumping.
They're all 30. They're all 30-something points. Number one.
Philly was a ridiculous. That was not. We didn't lose that game.
You're talking about this where all the referees are being talked to with.
Yeah,
Buffalo got to experience that this week.
Yeah, now they get it. Now they get it. Not lose the game for Philly. Sorry.
If your offense can continue to preserve the ball, that's going to help you a long way. Because what's scary about you guys is scoring is great, but if you're scoring really fast,
exactly,
it can hurt your defense. It could hurt a lot of different things. So if you could tighten up that a little bit, control the ball. Like that 9-minute drive is a championship team. I love a long drive.
Every game, our defense has gotten better. Every game, our defense has gotten better. And they were just the last 2 games, they've been really on fire.
Well, you got Jalen back, right? And then to Flores' credit, because I like Flores, he's never had – listen to me. My claim to fame this year was just to see if Tua could make it to 17 games. Okay, so in our show, we kind of call him fragility. Now he's played all 11 games. Look at your record.
And right? Look, the jiu-jitsu's working too, like because he took a nice fall and his head started going back in the way he tucked his chin. His head didn't even touch the ground.
So you can't go into the season saying, well, if he stays healthy. I mean, that's our quotes on our show. If he, and we say that about other players too, but in the first few years or two, we were saying that. Now he stays healthy. Look at the difference.
Well, I mean, listen, that's every team though. I mean, Cincinnati's nothing without Joe Burrow. Take Patrick Mahomes off Kansas City if he gets hurt. They're nothing.
No.
I mean, it is. That is every team. Yes, it is. I'll argue with you all day long. There is no backup to Patrick Mahomes. There's no backup to Joe Burrow. There's no backup to Jackson. There's no backup to Aaron Rodgers, which the Jets have proved.
I agree with you 1,000%, except for you don't hear commentators on every single situation if he stays healthy.
Yeah, but the commentators are nothing but talking heads. I'm not worried about them. Just like
I'm just talking about I'm just talking about going into the season, right? You don't have to worry about going into the season that he stays healthy. You look at Burrows, I called it. He made it to the Super Bowl. He had 70 sacks. That poor kid he's got a problem. If they don't protect him, they're going to lose a lot of money. I mean,
that's the same thing. That was the same thing with Miami when they had Tannehill.
Right. So
Tannehill was one of the most rushed, sacked, hurried, knocked down quarterbacks in NFL history.
Right. I mean, there's other players that they say the same thing, but there's other players they don't talk about like that. So that was the only issue, right? If he's in the game, the guy can play. There's no doubt.
Listen, you still got commentators telling us how good that Josh Allen is. He's a turnover machine. He can't keep his offense on the field. Okay, they're 6-6. Oh, they're the greatest 6-6 team ever. Yeah, they're still 6-6.
Yeah, he's a wild card. I mean, we predicted that. I said it, and Paul, you were on my show last week. Remember when I talked about Buffalo? First of all, with Aaron Rodgers, no offense, I picked them. Once Aaron Rodgers went down, I went to the Dolphins. Everybody goes, "You're crazy. Josh Allen and this and that, and Tua being healthy and all that." I go, "No, I picked the Dolphins. Why? Because Buffalo." They were a super Nintendo team in the beginning of last year, and they just went downhill. And then Josh Allen he's a gunslinger. I don't trust him. He'll crush you one game and he'll lose another game for. He's never
his head's too big. You can't pass around that head. How are you gonna pass around that head and run with that big old head?
The guy was the best player on the field. And
he's an ass. If he would stop being such a big old head and realize he's not the only guy on the field, he would be way more successful. His problem is his big old head.
That goes to the same comment of if he stays healthy, is the same way I talk about Josh Allen. You don't know which Josh Allen's going to show up.
Yeah,
The big old head.
And that's a problem on both sides, right?
Yeah.
And the guy played a hell of a game, but he just didn't play enough.
The MVP on
Well,
the
he overplays sometimes too. He overthinks it. He relies on himself too much. He doesn't understand that it's a team game and that he needs to, not just think about himself. I'm telling you, it's his big old head, because you can't throw around a head that's that big. Just look at Spaceballs, the big head. I'm just telling you. It's too damn big. That's his problem.
Okay. I want to start talking about this coming up game,
Mhm.
Washington, in Washington. Tom, you're going to be there, right?
Yeah, I'll be there.
You gotta meet up with Ethan, because I think Ethan's going to that game, correct?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Ethan's going. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I think it's his first game.
It's
Nice.
First Dolphins game ever.
Ethan's our young man that's on our panel some of the time, but he had to film a basketball game tonight.
Definitely shout out our brother. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
He's our young man. He's only,
He's
I
excited-
think,
excited to
he's
meet him.
21 now. Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
was
he's
going to
never
say,
been
he's a
to a
baby.
Miami Dolphins game.
How
He's
many
hyped.
R's in Washington, Papa Paul? How many R's?
Washington,
Washington.
right there.
How many R's are in
Washington.
Washington?
One, WAR.
Just like there's you in water.
Yep, water. Hey, I grew up in the South.
It's gonna be cold there.
I know, but there ain't no Washington in the
It was
South.
it was cold in Jersey, so
Right. I'm good in Jersey. It's cold.
But you know what? We might make out. It might be like 50s, because they say it's
I
going
heard
to
it might
be
be nice.
50. Like it might be nice because it's going to rain. So we might get away. We might get away to get the game in before the rain comes, because they say it's going to be raining off and on all weekend.
The rain is not the issue. Let's ask the fellers there. Let's ask John and Tom. How cold was it at the Jesters game?
I
well,
forgot my jacket. It wasn't that bad.
tailgating was pretty nice. It was 44, 45 degrees. When we went in the game, it was about 45, and then as the game went on and the sun started to go down, it just got colder and colder and colder.
So
and
the
windier
Dolphins
and
that
windier.
can't
And
play
windier.
Oh yeah,
in the cold, we can't play in the cold. It was cold, and we played in the cold, and we waxed their ass.
yes, we did.
So
Well, I
Washington,
got it.
It's the
I love the comment
offense.
from Coach McDaniel when he was standing in front of the heater.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And winning, and also winning. Great.
That's what the
Winning.
temperature is right now.
Well, Tom, what did I say to those guys at halftime when they were talking smack?
Oh yeah.
We're winning.
They were
We're
getting
winning.
in
Right.
and Holland play. Oh,
I love that.
You guys
History
played
class.
Buffalo.
He was like
You
ripping
played Buffalo
in. The
great
Holland
last
play
year
happened.
in
I
Buffalo.
just thought it was
Yeah. Well,
We had two
even
good
with all
games
the
up there.
snowballs,
You lost by 2 points. It was like
3
38,
points
32.
twice.
Yeah,
3
but
points twice.
in Buffalo.
Yeah, 3 points
the
twice. The
backup
They
QB.
played
in
rough.
the end of the year in the playoff game.
yeah,
Backup
both
QB.
games in Buffalo.
Yep.
We beat them by 2. When they ran out of time. That's when Ken Dorsey
And-
threw his tablet.
And Papa Paul, I just have to say, there are plenty of R's in Buffalo.
Definitely.
Well, if you don't like the way I speak, don't listen.
No, it's
Just say
excellent.
Buffalo, I'm good with you.
That should be a good game. I mean, our defense should, our secondary should be alert. Sam Howell's going to chuck it down the field.
Yeah, he is.
Brian Robinson is a good back, so if we can continue to stop the run, and they have like 7 different receivers. They're all speedsters. They have Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson. I think they have Byron Pringle, Scary Terry McLaurin. They got a couple guys. Like, they're not bad. I mean, they just gutted their defense for money, and they're going to start rebuilding with what they can.
Well,
They just
You
put
Howell
seven
you also
has
got to
games
be
no
worried.
fear,
You always got to be a little worried about a team that has nothing to lose either.
nothing to
Right.
lose.
Like,
That's
like,
right.
like
Well,
they're
That's
gonna
right.
they're gonna go balls that, like you said, they're gonna just air the ball. They're gonna do whatever. Rivera's. I like Rivera, but he's gonna be gone.
And
It's
he's
new
gone, so now
ownership.
they're fighting
He's
for
Yeah,
round
gone.
six
Right.
for him.
we was
You know,
talking about that earlier on another show. Rivera's probably going to lose his job after this weekend. They're even saying.
No, the owner said he. Well, yeah. From what I understand, the owner doesn't want to do anything till the end of the year.
I wouldn't do it. I mean, it's kind of stupid. At
Yeah,
this
there's
point,
no point now.
let
No
the
point.
guys start filling people out. But I mean, I like Rivera, but when you buy a new team and it ain't working, you got to do something.
Bro,
Unfortunately,
you see what's gonna happen. They're gonna wait. They're gonna wait to see who the hot, flashy OC is. The
Yeah.
DC, the Rams didn't get a job last year. A lot of people are gonna look at Frank Smith to get a job this year. They might even offer Darren Bevel a position for an OC at one of these places.
send
Like,
Brandon Staley there.
plucked.
That's
He's
good
a
take,
Trojan.
Tom. That's good take.
Give a
That's
shout
always what
out to
happens.
Byron
You're good,
Jones
you're
watching
guy.
and Todd Labruto.
What's
Hey,
up, guys?
Byron. Hey, Tom.
Todd
So
says
that
Todd says 35-17 Miami this weekend.
I think at
I can see
least,
that.
and I'm not sure they'll get the 17. So Howell, I've had on my fantasy league for about the past 7 or 8 weeks. I mean, the guy
A
is a
roller coaster.
gunslinger, right? He's a gunslinger and he has
But
no
did he play?
fear. He'll run, get out of the pocket, he'll sling that ball. He is a good player.
Yeah.
However, the Miami Dolphin defense we are just getting started. And I think we are going to feed on that young man. So I dropped him in my fantasy league this week because I do
Well,
not
yeah,
believe that he's going to be
Raphael is
successful.
thinking the game's going to be like the Chargers game, but
Yeah,
Raphael,
high
I have to
scoring.
disagree. I have to disagree because our defense has
Yes.
stepped up tenfold since
Yeah.
the Chargers game.
Yeah,
Yep. And see, the interceptions are high for Howell. So see what he just said there, Raphael. So that is why the game is not going to be that high flying, not for Washington, because the interceptions are going to be high for Howell. And I mean, I
Especially
like
with
the kid.
Ramsey, the ball hawk out there.
Yes, and I'm just telling you, I like how I think he's
Did
an
we see JPP this
amazing
week?
quarterback, but he ain't gonna be amazing this weekend.
And don't forget, Baker got a couple interceptions on the year also.
Yeah.
So don't
That's
sleep on
right.
Baker being in the right place at the right time.
He's starting to get better. He had a really good game.
It helps Baker when you
That's
got
right,
Jalen.
Tom. Yep.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you're not gonna
100%.
you're not gonna attack Jalen. You gotta have to attack somebody,
No.
right?
Mhm.
Well,
Either though.
and if you go to the opposite side, I mean, seriously, you got X over
That's
there.
right. That's a
You can have Kohu. I mean, I don't care where you go.
Need him look good in the
Howell
slot.
is not going to be successful this weekend.
Right.
It's not going to happen. And
They're
I
going to try a lot
like
of
the
screen
kid.
plays. They're going to try to get on the ends because they're going to try to see what happens with Agba, Van Ginkel. If we get JPP with his 3
We
fingers.
do have JPP.
An
JPP is
AVG.
official.
Well, whether he plays or not is another story.
Yeah,
I
don't
think
know,
he
but
plays.
he might.
I think you put him in there. Why not? He want to play. Why not?
Well,
You throw him in there on third down. You put him in there in third down situations like you did Melvin Ingram last year. You did the same thing
We'll
with Melvin
see.
Ingram. You put him in there
Right,
third
we'll see.
down situations and let him go. Let him do what he does best. Go after the quarterback. Do what you do.
Yeah.
He's also a good
Do
locker
it.
room guy, right?
Yeah.
He's got championship background. He's got a championship defense.
He's a local kid.
He's a giant guy.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna root for him.
Yeah.
What I'd like to see the Dolphins really do is continue to control the ball, score when they want, but then control those. Impresses me the most is long drives and knowing you could score in the dime, right? You have the ability, you're the fastest team. Controlling that ball makes a big difference. Because think about all the quarterbacks you rattled off, John, right? What would happen if they were gone? the whole point is to keep them off the field.
Right.
Right.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
so keep them off the field because you don't want to leave it to that. So
Listen, the Giants are a prime example of that. Beat New England twice in the Super Bowl by running the ball, keeping control, winning time of possession over the game, not turning the ball over, and beat New England twice in the Super Bowl.
Low scoring games.
Right.
And what Joe said, I was there with you, Joe, because that was one of the games, and I've been putting my money on Washington, not actual money, just in my picks and with my fantasy league. So Washington, Howell, but they've fallen off the past couple of weeks, right? So I had Washington and I had us 13-4, and Washington was one of the games before the season started that I thought we might lose. I don't think that anymore. I'm with Joe. I don't think it anymore. We're not losing this game, and we're going to win it big.
Yeah, you got a 6-game stretch that there's 3 of them you should win with no problem.
6-6. That are 6-0. That's how I see us. 6-0, possibly 5-6. I know you can laugh, but I'm just telling you right now.
You're entitled to your opinion. I hope you're right.
That would be nice.
That's how I see us. That's how I see it.
I don't see us losing a home game this year.
No, I still think we could beat Dallas. I'm not. Dallas is a good team, but I don't playing in our stadium in the sun.
I'll say this: that Buffalo game's still going to be personal for us anyway. We have to ourselves. We have to beat Buffalo. I don't give a shit if it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter to me personally. I would like to have the AFC East wrapped up by then. If Buffalo loses 2 and we win the next 2, is it maybe mathematically that they might not
our magic number is 4, so we need 3 wins and 1 loss, 2 wins, 2 losses by Buffalo. Our magic number is 4. However we get there, it doesn't matter.
But I agree. You want to win division games. It does something to your psyche.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. Buffalo,
especially them.
That's right. Exactly. Buffalo's put it in our face for so long. Dolphin winners, I'm there with you. I don't care if we're all sealed up. Do you think our players are going to sit on the sidelines and go, no, that's okay if we lose? At least they're going to go in at least half a game, right? And kick their ass and then go sit on the bench and let the backups go.
It depends on where you're at in the standings. It depends on what seed you have. If they have the 2 seed already locked up, they're not playing. They're going to rest them.
They do. I bet those guys. First of all, I don't like the thought of resting for our team. We get lethargic when we rest. Our team does better when we play. We got to play at least half that game. It's not great to worry about. It's terrible if we lost a player to injury, but dang, you can't sit over there and just get lethargic and go, okay, we'll wait. We don't do well with that. Typically, that's our history. We don't do well with that.
Yeah, you guys got to beat the Bills.
Got to beat Buffalo all day long. We can, Santiago. We can. We're gonna take them down.
Ravens, you got the Bills. The 3 tough games you got are gonna be the Bills, the Cowboys, and the Ravens.
Cowboys, yeah.
The one I'm really worried about is the Ravens. They're gonna want revenge after last year.
Hell yeah.
They waxed us for 8 years.
You got 40, but the Bills put 48 points up on you.
No.
6 times second quarter on the rest of the game and got over 6 on 4th down. We gave them the ball at the 30-yard line or less. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's why it's a good win. You beat them. Now you're back in, controlling that. They're going to be pitting Josh Allen against Tua. I think Paul is right. The Ravens are tough too. And controlling the ball. You guys got everything you need to win. There's no reason for you shouldn't win, right? But it's about this game management. Controlling the ball, scoring when you need to score in the red zone. No turn. Just good football. Play good football. You guys shouldn't have a problem. Dallas is another one. Just keep the. You got to. Dallas is only in my. We don't like Dallas, right? So Dallas is one of those teams that they're going to beat you. They got to. if I have to put Dak against Tua, I'm taking Tua, right?
Yeah.
It's just that if their defense scores, that's when they become dangerous. When Dak doesn't have pressure on him, right?
Right. His time to decide and decipher.
Yeah, exactly.
But
He's
when
involved.
he has pressure on him, he is so fallible. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Dak
He's
is
bad.
not that guy. He is so bad when he has pressure. And I have to say, like, of the games that I look at, I'm probably more concerned, and this may sound crazy, but I'm probably more concerned about Jacksonville than I am about Baltimore. Looking into the season, to me, Lamar Jackson is extremely you can shake him up, right? You put pressure on him. I watch him all the time play, and he's over there on the sideline. He's pitching little fits. You got to pay attention to what that guy's doing. You put pressure on him, he gets rattled. He's like Josh Allen. He gets rattled. You can shake him up and push him off his game. Jacksonville, on the other hand, ooh, I mean, they're a different animal.
Well, the only time we play Jacksonville will be in the playoffs, though.
In the
Yeah,
playoffs,
absolutely.
exactly.
I
That's
was
kind
throwing-
of
I was
more.
We got to get through the regular season first before we worry about who we face in the
One
playoffs.
game at a time.
Exactly.
But they're more concerning to
and
me
home
than
field. And you want
Real
home
quick
field.
here, real quick. I'm going to comment on this. You know, Santiago is saying Dolphins haven't beaten anyone over 500.
Plays on his schedule.
Well, maybe not at the time, but if you look at it now, Denver's over 500.
Yeah.
They're a top 10 team now.
They didn't
And
beat them.
who did they take? Who did they take down? Yeah,
We beat
that's an old
Denver.
scenario.
Denver is over
Yeah.
500 right now.
Right.
It doesn't
And we
matter.
beat that ass.
No,
We
that's what
beat
I'm
that
looking
ass.
at.
Did I
No.
say ass? I said ass. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you, Miss Pam.
No, Papa Paul, I said ass, and I said it a few
Listen,
times.
it's the
now.
same narrative, and it gets old. Dolphins haven't beat any good teams, but they haven't lost to a team they were supposed to beat. I said it before. I'll say it again. When you looked at the
Exactly.
schedule at the beginning of the year, you said, "All right, we're probably going to lose to Buffalo in Buffalo. We're probably
Mhm.
losing to Philly in Philly. Kansas City game's a toss-up, but we'll probably lose." Those are the three games we lost. Where if you look at the schedule at the beginning of the year, those are the three you picked to lose anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So what's the problem? In Kansas
So-
City, we only gave up 14 points
Right.
Yeah.
and had a
John,
chance to
you're
tie it at the end of the game.
And we
Yeah.
held
And
them,
they
we held them
said-
to 0 points in the whole second half.
Right. So San Diego, whatever the gentleman's name was, turn your damn TV off, stop listening to the talking heads, and watch football.
No, but you got to look at the numbers. He's right.
No, I understand.
No, he's not right.
He's
That's
not
the
right.
narrative that
He's
makes
not
no
right.
sense anymore.
It's a narrative that all the talking heads, this is all they do.
Yeah, but
Yep,
you
yep,
gotta-
yep, yep, yep.
You can't change the narrative as you want it, right? Because everyone in the beginning of the year talks about how everybody plays bad because nobody's playing. Look, the same way Pam said, Pamela or Pam, what do you go by?
Either way.
Okay, the way she said, I don't like resting our players because then they get, they get stale or they get rusty, right? Well, people make the same argument in the beginning of the season that no one's really playing well because they're not playing their players for preseason. So it's not until it starts getting deep into the season. You guys are playing better. Jalen Ramsey's back, right? And also, when I play, listen to me. I don't pick my schedule. I got to play who's in front of me. So I don't
That's
give a
right.
if you're 500 or you're undefeated, I still got to play you and I got to win. It's still the NFL, right? But there is some truth to they weren't playing well. I thought there was way more problems in the Broncos than there are now. Peyton's turning it around, and I think Russell Wilson's starting to turn it around. I think you're playing better. You got Jalen Ramsey better. And again, I go back to that 9. The Jets defense has been pretty good all year. And for you to go and drive that long down, that's also telling your team is getting better, right? So don't take it as an insult. Just take it
both
say,
sides of
that's
the ball.
okay. That's why it's important that I think that if you beat Buffalo, I don't even care. I want you to beat Dallas because I hate Dallas. But the two teams that I want, besides the 3 teams you should win, like let's say you go 5-1, right? Let's say you go 5-1. The two most important teams, I think, if I was a Dolphin fan, if I seen it from my eyes, is Buffalo. Beat them, just beat them. They put up 48 points on you, beat them, because they're always going to talk about Josh Allen. You don't want him to get hot, right? Because then they're going to compare to him, and beat the Ravens. Right, of the three
those are the ones we have to beat because that's in AFC, conference, right, in our division. So we have to beat them. The Cowgirls is just, I mean, that would be gravy. The whipped cream, the cherry, the sprinkles. That's all well and good. But the main ones we have to beat are clearly going to be the AFC teams, right? We got to beat them. But when I look, and by the way, I wanted to ask you, Victor. So who's your team?
Giants.
Okay. So I don't have to hate you real bad. Okay.
and you beat us. Right? I don't have much to say, but I am pretty much
preseason. We had what, the second hardest guy in the league, us and the Eagles. It's not our fault that the playoff teams last year didn't play well. The Chargers, the Giants. You know what I mean? The Broncos didn't play well early.
No, you play who's in front
exactly.
of you. You
can't
pick,
and
you
look
don't pick
what
your
we
schedule,
did
right? You got to.
A lot of people didn't say this.
We destroyed them.
Eagles were like 11-1 last year and played a bunch of nobodies, and that kind of really wasn't talked about much. I mean, look at the Chiefs this year. Who have they beaten?
Mm-hmm. Well, the Chiefs.
Nobody and
Chiefs
Tom.
So dangerous.
Well, obviously they're still dangerous. They lost to the Lions. They lost to the Broncos. They lost to the Eagles. You know what I mean? They lost a lot of over 500 games too.
And think about this: we beat the team the Eagles couldn't beat, and we
there you go. There
Let's
you go.
think about that for a second.
Every week is different.
We didn't lose to the Eagles. Sorry, we lost to the referees. We did not lose to the Eagles. I don't care. I'm willing to throw down right now. Let's just go to the mattresses. I'm willing to throw down right now. We did not
even
lose.
with everything, it was still tied. Like 7 minutes left in the game, it was tied.
No,
it was a good game. The score didn't really indicate how close it was, but it was close.
But the past is past. You got to move forward on your next 6 games, and that's what's going to. You want home field advantage. Yeah. You want to continue to play good football, regardless who you play. Right,
home playoff,
and don't because the thing is, you don't be careful slacking on the 3 teams you should beat, like Washington, the other.
Right, got to prepare. You can't come in.
Knock them out early. Get rid of.
We got to knock them out.
Make them out.
I agree.
And then when you come against the Bills, you always want to beat your conference rivals, man. Just no matter what.
Oh, man. I want to annihilate them, make them look stupid, make them hang their panties on a pole. I don't care. I don't want them.
Just make Josh cry.
I despise Buffalo.
Let me ask you, as Dolphin fans, what's the team you hate the most in the NFC?
In the NFC?
In the NFC?
I'm sorry, in the AFC East.
Oh, the Bills.
The Bills.
Well, for me, it's the Jets.
The Jesters, Buffalo. I don't think I can choose just one. It's like choosing chocolate, strawberry.
No. Life as a fan, different stages of it.
In our polls for the NFC East and the Giants, 100% of every team hates Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We can agree on that. We agree on
that. If I ask Winters and he's an Eagle fan, Dallas. If I ask John and he's a Washington fan, Dallas. If I ask Tom,
Dallas.
And he says,
well, with me, the team I hate the worst, and I've been a fan for 50 years, is always been the Patriots.
Yeah, I agree with that. The Patriots.
I always thought it would be the Jets. I always thought the Jets were your number one.
Yeah, that's the Jets now. But I live in Jets country, so
I always thought it would be the Jets because just that's a nasty rivalry.
They're just nasty as fans. When you go to a Dolphins game and you're in our stadium, those people think I literally have walked out of there wondering how I didn't go to jail because those people are horrible and they need to shut up. I can tell you a few incidences, but I won't
That's
go
why
into
there's a
that.
jail. That's why there's a jail and a judge in the stadium.
And then, yeah,
I used to be in Philly underneath the vet.
yeah.
Same
In
thing,
Philly, yes.
same thing in MetLife.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have
and
one.
MetLife
The
too.
vet was different. The vet.
vet was
If
different.
social media was around when the vet was, oh my God.
Well, none of that. No, if social media was around and people had cameras, half that stuff wouldn't have happened because they would have all been on camera.
But that
Yeah.
shit, John, the
That was a
story,
mess, dude.
oh God. I
Yo,
mean,
that's where Harry Callis used to walk out right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
White
It's so
crocodile
nasty.
shoes and shit.
Yeah.
He was the man. He'd always walk out that way, coming out of the old kangaroo court to sneak out.
That 700 level was infamous.
Oh my God.
Anything
Scary
that,
as hell.
and
You're at the
you
top
are
and the chain link fence is just fucking going behind you. Like, oh my God, we're gonna die.
yeah. If you
Yeah.
were a visiting, like if I wouldn't suggest anybody to go to the vet. I was a young buck when a vet was around, and I actually worked at the vet. I actually met Ricky Waters at the vet. So
Yeah.
and that was right around the time for the who for what. And he was like, if you think about it, I'm a Super Bowl winning running back. I have a career. I'm not risking my career for one pass.
Right.
I said I can't blame him for that. And he was a down to earth guy. He's really missed his. A lot of people had a lot of misconception about him being arrogant. He was not arrogant at all. He was real. He was very real and open.
Michael Winters, John is not going to the Washington game this weekend.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Unfortunately, I can't.
So sad.
I gotta work. I gotta save money up for the Buffalo trip.
John, I got like 4 metal trays.
Are you going?
Box and shit.
You're going?
Learn from the mistakes.
Buffalo.
He's coming down for the Buffalo
Yeah.
game.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I'll be down. I come in Saturday for the Monday night game. I leave Tuesday morning, and then I turn right around and fly back Friday for the Sunday game.
No, nice.
Yes.
Hey,
Get back to back.
So I'll only be home a couple days, and I'll be flying right back.
Might as well just stay.
Victor, I live in New Jersey, but I'm a season ticket holder, and I go to every home game.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, really?
Here's the thing,
Yeah.
John. So
Block.
Yeah.
Fucking floor. Sorry.
I live
yeah,
I live in Fort Lauderdale. I'm a Giant fan.
we don't know what happened to
I'm
you.
20
We don't
minutes
know
from
what
the
happened to
stadium.
you, Victor. Just we're gonna put all this Dolphin love on you. I'm pushing it on you right now. Look,
Listen,
look.
No,
I-
wait. First thing first, I want to apologize, Victor. Thank you for beating the Patriots this Sunday. So we have to give you that. So you did something for us, even though we swept them anyway. We enjoy anytime our teams lose. Anybody that we have in our division lose, I want to thank you for that. So definitely.
And it was a Jersey boy who did it.
Yeah.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah.
It's a Jersey boy living at home, got his mama
Chicken
cooking,
cutlets.
and he did okay. They let him loose, About
They let them loose.
I'm pretty.
Let him loose.
It's been a depressing season for the Giants. It's just terrible. May I share a story, Paul, real quick? That was funny.
Yeah.
If that's okay with it. So I don't know if you guys watch First Take with Stephen A. Smith, so he has every week Mad Dog from New York. It's on the show, and there's a Mad Dog. What's he mad about? And it was. I must have laughed for 15 minutes because it was so true. You don't think how things are funny that are real, but you don't think about it until someone mentions it. So you know how when they show on the screen, the AFC people that should be the AFC champions, the NFC champions, right? The division champs, who's going to be the wild card, and then on the bottom it goes in the hunt. It's like, why are the Giants in the hunt? Are you kidding me? They're in the hunt for what?
They're gonna make it, dude.
Everybody. He mentioned like 5 teams. I was laughing so because
Carolina is still in the hunt.
Yeah,
Carolina is still in the hunt.
That division's atrocious.
The Raiders are in the hunt. He was going off. It was
that's insane. That mathematically.
And you don't think about it, right? Until someone like him brings it up. And it was funny because you're right. Like, Why would I want to be in the hunt for the playoffs?
Right, you want
Hey, you had 2 9-7 teams that made the playoffs, won 3 road games, and then won Super Bowls. So you never know.
No,
You
that's
never
true, but I'm not
know.
gonna. I'm not gonna get to 9 games. I'm not gonna. Just not gonna happen, bro. It's 9
Well-
and 7 was different. We had a defense. You know, you can't compare that. Like this Giant team is just bad. I mean,
You had a few shots, right? You had a
just-
few
line,
shots.
guys.
they're like my co-host says. They're 1972 bad. They're like leather helmet bad.
What's wrong with
Like,
72?
they were really bad. That's when they were
Hey,
bad.
Chef Jew, how you doing?
Hey,
Chef
Chef.
What up? What up? That's it.
So
Before
my
they got
point being is I thought you guys would get a kick out of it because I've been laughing all day.
That's funny.
The Giants are in the
They're in
hunt.
the hunt.
For what? Because the Raiders are in
Although
the hunt. For what?
I gotta
So
say
when you see
though,
it this weekend,
Victor.
you're gonna start laughing when you see teams in the hunt. Remember Mad Dog.
Oh, there's
remember
plenty
me.
of laughs there. Yes, but I
That's
gotta
funny.
tell you, Victor, the Giants to me are not missing that many pieces. Right? There's little things here and there because when I look at some of the games they played against the Cowgirls, for example, first of all, I saw some serious home cooking by the refs. I mean, serious.
They need an O line. I
I'm
mean,
telling
Andrew
you,
Thomas
I
missed, what,
saw
5
it.
games?
But no,
They were bad.
definitely not. I mean,
lost-
Dallas
If you
always
if you
gets.
haven't figured it
First
out
6,
by
7
now,
games, we gave up 77 points.
Yeah.
No, I
haven't
got
figured
you.
it out
I
by
feel
now,
you. But they're
if you
not
haven't figured it
missing
out by
that many
now,
things.
this AMC
Let's
is
look
home
at some of the
cooking by
games
refs
they
all the
have
time.
won
They need a number 1
that they
receiver.
weren't supposed to.
They need an entire offensive line.
We went the first 7 games with a different offensive line every
Right.
game.
And you
I
just
mean,
paid Andrew Thomas decent money too.
Oh my God, Evan
I
Neal.
just-
I'm
Evan
about
Neal's
Evan
a
Neal.
shitbird.
Okay, oh my God.
He was getting mad at the fans for ripping him, and he deserved every minute of
Dude,
it.
we're terrible. Let's
Well,
leave
I
it
just
as
want to say cheers.
I'm gonna call it like it is,
Yeah, my buddy's a Giants fan. He's like, I'm
Salute.
fucking done with this.
Salute.
team.
bro. It's terrible, man.
I
I
don't
was like,
know.
welcome.
I look at them different.
Well,
I really do.
I appreciate your
wrong.
spirit, but they're in the hunt for to go home. That's where the
Can
hunt.
you
To go-
imagine like a Marvin
To
Harrison?
find their couch. They're looking for their couch.
Yeah, and so
Well,
the
that-
Raiders, so are the Raiders, and so are the other teams that are like.
I don't know about the Raiders, man. The Raiders, I don't know.
Broncos are
That
playing well. I mean,
defense, they're trying to get inspired. There's a few
Well,
teams
that's
that I think are
fucking
more
offense.
dangerous than you realize. And Raiders are one of them.
well,
There's a
Giants
few
and-
teams
and
that I
the
think are
Giants and the
ridiculous.
Commanders are not. And
They're
in the
not.
hunt.
No, I don't have them in the dangerous category. No.
They're not. They're
But the
dangerous
Raiders
'cause
I
they
have
got
in the
nothing to lose.
dangerous
Like, you guys
category.
can't go in there cocky, right? You got to
Yeah,
go
no.
there, take care of business.
Oh,
Don't mess
always.
around, right?
Always.
Take care of
It's an
business.
NFL team.
So it hasn't been mentioned tonight. What do we think of this miraculous 21-day window for Rodgers? His first game could be versus us on December 7th.
No, he will.
Who cares?
He will not come back. He's
I don't
already
think he
stated
should.
unless
I
he,
think it's stupid.
unless they have a chance to make it to the playoffs, he's not coming back.
Think about it. If he
Yeah,
has to wait
but-
2 more weeks, 3 more weeks, they could be 4-11 by that point. What's the
He
Right.
won't- yeah, as long as if they got a playoff shot, then he'll come back. But if the way they've been playing defensively, Salah may not even have a job.
I think that's why he wants to come back. It's for Salah. It's for Joe Douglas. It's for, you know what I mean?
Salah may be out. No, he
I
won't
don't
come,
care
he won't come back
if
if
he
he can't make
comes
it to the
back.
playoffs. I'm just going to tell you.
They're
right now.
not-
I mean, even
I
if
don't
they win
care.
out, think about it. They'd be what? 9-7, 9.
It's not happening.
Like,
But
it's
they,
not
they
not
have to be
happening.
9-7, and their defense has to go back to the way it was. Like,
But that doesn't
Yeah.
even get you in. The AFC
No,
is
it
loaded,
doesn't get
bro.
you in. That's right. That's
You
right.
got the Colts are in right now at 6-5. You got the Texans that are in at 6-5.
Texans
Now
Jacksonville,
the
you got 3 from the
Texans-
South. You got the Dolphins.
Mm,
You got the Ravens. You got the Steelers. Cleveland, who knows with the quarterback situation. You got Denver. Like, there's just no room for them. They're like a 10-11
There's
seed no
no
matter
room.
what.
That's right.
I wouldn't come back.
No room.
Not
The
worth it.
Texans, though, I'm telling you, are a team everybody should look out for. The
I agree.
Texans with that
CJ
QB,
Stroud is something else.
CJ
Hank Dell's a
Stroud, I'm
beast.
telling you, and their defense is stepping up as well.
That's
I'm
where I thought it was
telling
coming.
you,
Petrie's
the
good.
Texans are somebody
Bingley.
everybody should look out for.
Singletary's
Well,
a hit.
And for the record, CJ Stroud is finally breaking the
Ohio State
bad,
curse.
the bad luck of Ohio State quarterbacks.
Yes, yes, and I
For
hate
now.
Ohio State.
For now.
I can't tell you what I want to tell
I
them.
got a few things I want to say real quick.
Sorry.
No,
Fucking
it's
Duke
something
pissed me off.
different. I just want to give a shout out to everybody who's watching. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. But
Yes.
we've only
Thumbs up,
been
everybody.
we've only been on air for 6 months, just over 6 months.
Mhm.
And on our live views, we've had over 2,400 views.
That's awesome.
On the channel views, as far as the WCFL channel, we've had over 10,000 views.
That's great.
We're only 4 people shy of 100 subscribers, so we'd like to see that sometime by Christmas.
That would be nice.
But I am very proud of all my co-hosts and everybody, and I'm happy to have, it's really the fans though out there that are in the chat and everything that help us just have a good time and do what we're doing, which is a fan-based show run by the fans, and the fans can join us at any time they want.
Absolutely.
Or if they say crap we don't like, they can kiss our ass.
Well, I can always,
Did I say ass again? Oh my
I can
god!
always-
Pam, have you been drinking tonight?
Usually you with the potty now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got tequila for you, Pam.
Okay. Oh, that's tequila.
All these Floridians are trying to stay warm by drinking alcohol.
That's right. That's
That's
right. Tom.
Yeah, drink
That's
some
right.
brown though. That'll warm me up real quick.
Some
I
brown
love my
liquor.
Patron.
Get some Henny, some Crown Royal, any type.
Mhm.
No,
Mhm.
if I want to do anything like that, I get Grand Marnier.
I'm fine with that too.
I've
You
got
gotta
it.
make Grand Marnier
Listen,
French toast.
I could take y'all over here to there is so much. I'm just telling you. Whatever you want, I got it.
I got all
Clearly,
kinds of
I don't
stuff
drink
on
it
top of
all
the
because I still
refrigerator.
have some.
Well, if you drank it all, Pam, I'd be wondering.
You'd be wondering. I'd be saying way more than ass, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you would be. I'd be like, we gotta turn Pam's mic off right now.
It was me.
Ass again.
Chef Jew, we love you, Chef Jew.
Nice chef. Oh,
We got to get
baby.
you on again. If you want to join us, I'll go ahead and put the link out there.
Yeah, man, it's 10 o'clock, so you might as well put the link up for a little bit.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Victor, you ever come to games at the Rock?
I have not. I mean, I have come to games, but I haven't in a while.
Well,
You got to come hang out with us at East 12, brother.
East
Yeah.
12, Road
It's the
209.
best.
Stadium's like almost like a different stadium. It's like a
From
shell of
east-
itself, like with all these
From
upgrades.
East 12 all the way down
That's
to
right.
East
Yeah.
22, which used to be East 32. Road 209, it's one big party.
All right, well, let me see what I could do to get there for the Dallas game.
Because there's like 3 different DJs going on up and down the road. There's food and
Yeah.
drinks all
Yeah.
up and down the road.
All right, sounds
I
good.
think I'm gonna have to put
Like a
some
big block party at the
of my Dolphin friends on my son. My son will be there on for the Dallas Cowgirls game. I think I dropped him on his head when he was a baby because he's a Dallas Cowgirls fan. And so
I
I don't know what happened to the kid.
I'm reading Chef Jew's stuff. We'll probably see
Yeah.
Lady Dolphin Pamela's alter ego Tulip.
Tulip. She comes up. Tulip is a wild card. She don't even have to say ass. She's just full of herself.
I bet you your boys are getting a good kick out of their mom tonight.
Oh yeah. You know what they do? They just go like this. Yeah, that's her. We don't even pay attention because that's her. They'd be on the baseball
Tom's out by
field.
the
I'd be like,
campfire.
Mama's little angels, Mama's
I
little
know.
angel.
Fuck out here.
Yeah, Tom's out by the campfire again.
Oh,
Dude,
Tom.
frustrating the shit out of me right now.
Campfire Tom.
It's like 2020 and this Arkansas game is crazy.
Besides Paul, who's in Florida?
Pam.
Pamela.
You
Just
and
playing
Pam.
Me.
ball.
Just me
Everybody
and
else,
Pam.
everybody else is out of the state.
And you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Winters is in Philly, and Tom and I are both in Jersey.
In
Yep.
Jersey. Where in Jersey?
I'm a Florida girl.
I'm in Keensburg, Monmouth County.
Yeah,
I'm in Trenton, like right in the center.
yeah. I'm from Fanboy. I'm from Central Middle.
Oh, you're just
Oh, nice.
15 minutes north of me.
Yeah.
What's up, Todd? How you doing, Todd?
My brother was the
I'm good.
at MetLife. That's how I knew about the
Cam?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, he
You grew
ran-
up in Perth Amboy?
Yeah.
Raven Dallas Cowgirl
All
fan.
right. Do you remember the pet shop on the main street?
Mhm.
That was my wife's uncle's pet shop.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. It's old home week.
I don't remember much about Jersey. I was actually born in Elizabeth, and I grew up in Seawarren right there by Woodbridge.
Yeah.
Only
I
until I
judged
was
it.
9.
No,
I judged a bunch of dance competitions around there.
from Jersey
For
down.
Persephone and I was in upstate New York too, and New York City, a whole bunch of
Well, I
places.
wanna
It's a beautiful area.
I want to welcome Todd and Hooked 'em Up Joe to the show.
Hey,
What's up, guys?
Joe.
What's going
Hello.
on?
I'm just north of Palm Beach County. I just moved from Palm Beach County up to Martin County. So still in range to see the games.
It's
Oh.
cold.
My old stomping ground.
It's cold. Yes.
Wait.
I miss Palm Beach County. I miss Palm Beach County.
Hey,
That's
look,
where I was
even
born
Chef
and
Q
raised.
says it's a little chilly in Broward.
It's
Listen.
No,
I feel
it's
no
cold
right.
where I'm
pity.
at.
That's right, Chef
I
Q.
feel
like
no
Winter's
pity.
almost
I'm
here. We
freezing.
need
It's
hot chocolate
chilly.
and marshmallows.
I don't feel no pity. Just listen. Just get a blanket and just call it a day. Okay. We live in this. Wait. We only get, if we're lucky now, we only get end of May, because it rains like crazy from March, April, May. It's gloomy and rainy. Like we get a peak of sunshine maybe 2 to 3 days, and then it's just gloomy rain. Gloomy rain.
been
Then it's
cloudy
Where
here
you
for
at?
2 weeks. It's been cloudy for 2 weeks.
It's been cold. It was, like I said, it was 38 degrees here this morning.
Hey, I'm up here in Jacksonville. I woke up this morning with ice on my windows.
Oh, yeah, I bet you did, Todd. I
Yeah,
bet
We do
you
that for
did.
4 months
Yeah.
straight.
right.
Gotta warm the car up in the morning before I go to work.
I live 100 yards from the water. Every morning there's ice in my window from December through March.
Hey,
Dude, we
Tom,
gotta
we
You know
have to
what it's
warm up
like
the car in the morning
in
here too.
September, August,
Yeah, right.
September
Now
here.
anyway.
Honest to God. That's so bad.
Victor went outside just to show.
I'm from Palm Beach County. I'm not used to this crap.
I'm just glad we don't have this.
It's warmer outside than it is inside.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. That's funny.
That's ocean over there, just so you know. That's skylight
Well,
over
I
there.
want to get
Oh,
get
by the
some
way,
predictions
we
for
get to
Sundays.
see stars. Look at the
Okay.
stars.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah,
How about we get some predictions for Sunday's game, people?
let's do it.
All right.
You already know mine.
Yours was what, 35-14 or
17?
17? Okay, Todd. Joe?
It's I use the same score for every game. It's 31-9.
Nice.
I don't mind.
Like
Okay.
that.
Victor, you have a score for us?
31-14.
31-14? Miss Pam?
Ain't nobody getting 14. The best they can get is 13. That is their hope for number the most, right? And I say it's 41-13.
Chef Jew saying 35-10.
Love it, Chef.
John Featherline, you're a little late tonight, brother. Hope you're doing
Hey,
well.
John.
Tom?
Let's say 31-15. They're good for some field goals in Washington.
There you go.
Okay, John.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a little closer, 31-20.
I see that. I was thinking 17, but I was like,
How about you, winners?
we're close. We're there.
I say 27-12, and they don't even touch the end zone. We keep them out the end zone.
There you go.
Possible.
Yeah,
There you go.
my big thing, they're not going to score. Top score for Washington would be 14 points, but I'm gonna say 34-10.
I say this week Tua has a clean game too.
Yeah.
I hope so. He needs it.
Bounce back.
He said he was going to have a clean game.
John Finn Spear is watching. Charles Schoner is watching. Slam and
Hey.
Sammy, how you doing, Slam and Sammy?
I came in late tonight.
Hey,
Did y'all
guys.
talk about what Tyreek said?
No, we haven't.
On what part?
When he said our
this
team is better than the
is-
Chiefs
Then
win
his-
on the Super Bowl.
Yep.
He said our team's better than what?
When he was on the Chiefs, better than the Chiefs Super Bowl team.
Oh,
I
Hey.
agree.
Like this
I
team
tell
has
you
the
what.
pieces to do it for sure.
I agree.
he did say he followed up and said that's on paper and we still have to get the job done. He didn't say, we
Yeah.
got a better team. We're just got this whipped. He was like, well, on paper, but we still have to go prove we're that type of team. He did follow it up with that. So you got to watch the whole thing to get it all in
Yeah.
context.
Yeah, Chef Drew, I agree. Our defense has really been clicking the last few games, especially, and they've gotten better every game this year. Our defense, it's going to be a top 5 team definitely by the end of the season, and they're gonna help us win. My prediction before training camp even started for the year was 12-5. We're going to go above that, I believe. But I also said with my prediction at 12-5 that we were going to win at least 2 playoff games.
There you go. That's nice.
See, right now I'm praying what Pam said happens. Because my prediction before the season was 14-3.
Nice. Yeah, I said 13-4, but that was before the season, before I saw what this team is doing. And if you look at what we're doing and you realize this is McDaniel's, he hasn't had 2 years. This is his second year. And if you look at our defense, this is their first year in this. And it's taken time to get everything going. And it's also taken time to get all the players back. We still don't have all our offense back. We're still injured. I'm telling you, we are getting going at the right time. You don't want to peak too early. You want to peak right on time. We're peaking right on time. We are just fixing to roll. I'm telling you, we could easily go 6-0 from here. Maybe 5-1. I'm telling you, this Dolphins team is the most dangerous team in NFL right now.
And see, I agree with something else Pamela said earlier. We're not good after a bye week.
Yep.
We are, it's like we're a little rusty for some of the games.
Now,
I almost want to have a second seed to where we're home throughout until the AFC Championship with no bye week and play straight through.
well, I just
And
know
that's probable.
it's really going to be the next 2 or 3 games. It's going to be a telltale.
Yeah.
Because as long as I've been watching Miami, they've always had a problem in December. Always. They have one of the worst records in December.
But they always throw us out there and put us in these ridiculous spots in December.
Mhm.
I mean, they've hosed us
Oh,
on the schedule.
I
And this
understand,
year,
but this
did
year
us
it's
right
in our
this year.
favor, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
this
think it
year
was
they
partially because
gave it all.
I think it was partially in because nobody wanted to play in the Hard Rock in September.
And
Yeah, we went
let's
road
also look at when you talk about December, let's look at last season. We had a backup rookie quarterback whenever we went into those games. Let's take a look at what happened. We didn't have our, QB1. And so
we had a
when we
backup to the
start
backup.
looking, what's that?
We had a backup to the backup. It was our third string.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
And our
we were,
December-
a
Well,
rookie, right?
As far as I'm concerned, our rookie, Skylar Thompson, was better than Underwater anyway.
Hunter,
That's
he
your
killed
favorite
us.
player, Paul.
He
Stop.
killed us.
You know he was his
Hey,
favorite
but I
player.
will say this:
Winners,
it's kind of
winners, you know better than that. You know I am not a fan of Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Underwater.
hold on. There is one thing that you got to notice. He hasn't even made it onto the active roster yet this year.
Yeah, for the Lions.
No, I'm saying Skylar.
Oh,
Yes.
Scott.
Well,
We brought in another quarterback because he still wasn't good enough to make second string.
And let's think about that, right?
He really
Think
is.
about
They're giving him some development time because they know if they put him out there, he's going to get picked up.
Yeah, well, I
He
mean, at
will.
this point, you'd rather have an extra offensive lineman with all the injuries we've had there. Like, we have an extra lineman usually up most of the time. I mean, Skylar's our emergency.
Exactly.
If anything happens, he can play, but,
Can I point out how much the jesters hate the fact that we have Mike White? I mean, seriously.
That's why I let him take the knee to end the game in victory formation at back at home. That was just.
I mean, was that not the best, right, Tom? That was.
Brian Carlson
I
just
guarantee
joined
you
us on
that was
Facebook.
I guarantee you McDaniel did that because of the fans he was chirping with. He's like, okay, y'all like that? How about this?
I think it was the plan going in to get Mike to let him end the game there in victory.
How much do they hate themselves right now? How much?
You see the huddle before?
And if they don't hate themselves enough, I hate them enough for them.
You guys want to hear something funny? When we left the game on Friday, I turned on the fan. And anybody that lives up here knows what the fan is. It's a sports station.
Yeah.
The lady that was on was doing nothing but complaining about Tim Boyle, complaining about Zach Wilson. She says at this point, being a Jets fan, it's like, which eye do you want to gouge out? Your left eye or your right eye for your starting quarterback?
Oh, man.
Let me help you, honey. Both of them.
This was the fan talking after the Jets game. Do you want to gouge out your left eye or your right eye for your starting quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it. You know, they're killing themselves right now for the Mike White thing, right? They're just killing themselves.
Well,
and if
they put all their eggs in one basket with Rodgers, and you play at MetLife where the turf sucks, and it got them.
They just it up. That's what they do. They just it up.
And they're about to do it again. They're about to do it again because I'm telling you, he comes back early and he does it again to that leg. He's done.
Yeah.
His career's done.
He's done for his career.
He's done.
They're just trying to get some ticket sales. There's no way he's doing anything at all about coming back. I mean,
I agree,
he
Todd.
didn't use some kind of alien serum or something
Well,
like that.
they're trying to put butts in seats.
Yeah,
they make all the money they lost.
Yeah, they're trying to sell seats.
Yeah.
I got a question for Victor. Who do the Giants play this weekend?
I can tell you.
You're a Giants fan. You don't know who they play?
I don't prepare until the
It's
week.
their bye week
No,
this
I
week.
can tell you.
It's their
I
bye
can
week.
tell
There's
you.
that next week.
Let me see.
They're on a bye week.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is their bye week.
They're on
yeah.
a bye.
They're not going to lose. He can try. They're going to lose anyway.
They're on a bye.
Because, I mean, we've been seeing it all year. He's been like mismanaging the clock at the last minute.
I don't
Oh,
prepare
let me
for
slip
until
and fall and lose
just
another
beforehand.
Hey, I do like the move the Dolphins made today, though.
JPP.
No, bringing back Chris Brooks off the IR.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. And
Open
you think
21-day
about
window.
that. Because that IR thing, it's super tricky, right? We had, I don't know how many
I think we only
players
have
on
two
IR.
7 out of 8.
slots.
You can only bring back so
You can
many.
only bring back
We have
8.
one
Number
spot.
7.
We have
Yeah.
one spot left.
Yeah.
he would be
But
running
here's the
one left.
thing: we're
It's
coming to the point of the season. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, right? You go on IR, you're not coming back till
Yeah.
when.
You know, so bringing him back, and then with what McDaniel said today about he's going to have to trust his runners more on the 4th and 3rd and 1s.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's
for
where I
God's
think
sake. Thank
that's
you.
where
Yes.
that's where Brooks comes in
Oh,
handy.
John's up. Oh, look at that.
What's
Throwing
up, John?
into Washington.
Hey, what's
Hey,
up, John? How are you, brother?
Yo, yo.
doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
John,
that's
Ollie,
what
Burke,
I mean.
Jason, all them just
Sitting
ran
there throwing on 4th and 1. I mean, come on.
There's the
No.
Jensen
You know what?
T-shirt, by
When
the
you're
way.
down like that, you got, if you're team down, you got to throw. You got to do something on 4th and 1. But with
Sure.
us, if you look at the stats on 4th down for us, we have a better chance of converting that 4th down on the run than we do on the pass.
100%.
If you actually looked at
We're one of the very few teams that have a fullback.
Yeah, but your
Use
run,
him.
but your pass is like a short run. It's a West Coast. You know what I mean?
It is.
But
It is.
our pass is so bad on the 4th down
Mm-hmm.
that we're only converting that 4th down to our 1st down 34% of the time.
There you go.
Where on the run, we're converting the 4th down to a 1st down 90% of the time.
And we're worst in the league practically in those short 3rd and short and 4th and short. And they asked him about it. Like Omar was asked him flat out.
Yeah,
about
Omar brought it
today.
Your
And
pass
he was like,
defense.
"Yeah, I know. I have to do something about it. And if I thought I,
Well, he's got to stop passing or stop those bubble screens.
Yeah,
those bubble screens are killing us.
yeah.
He
knows
is
he's gonna
running
change
on
it.
short.
He felt ashamed.
Call Lusaka Polite 8675309.
But hey, we do have a fullback, and you put a power back like Brooks behind him.
Oh yeah,
You know you should take advantage of that.
got to line up
Right.
You're
on
bringing
the
in
ball,
the old
like, under
music,
center.
Cam.
They keep going in shotgun on these 4th downs.
I know. I am old.
If you want to win playoff games, you got to be able to convert those with the run. So,
Yep. Can you imagine
really,
being
when we
Larry's
look
uncle
at
watching a game, watching all these bubble screens on 3rd and 1 and 4th and
he's
1,
probably just
throwing
screaming,
stuff at the
right?
TV?
Oh.
And so many times this year, you could see they know we're going to run, and we hand it to Mostert, and he gets like 7 yards up the middle, and you like they knew we were going to run, right?
Yep.
And when you see us just run through them, and you're like, why didn't we do that on first when we had 1 yard?
Hey, I want to give a
They
shout
almost
out to Holly
dumbfounding.
Monahan, who's watching.
Holly Walls.
Hey.
Safe travels, guys. They're all traveling to Washington.
They just landed.
Oh, okay.
Okay, they just landed.
Safe, please. Yeah. Defense. Yes.
Oh,
So,
they're up
Todd,
there early.
do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, they
who
came up today.
Lusaka Polite is? Do you know Lusaka Polite? Todd?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Where do you guys
Because, I
stay
mean-
when you go to the Washington game?
I got a house on Airbnb.
Yeah, we have one of our guys has good hotel hookups, so he'll reach out and get group rates. Stephen D and Kneeling and all those guys put together a package where you could stay at the hotel. They got a group rate. There's a bus that takes them to the tailgate and back. When we went to LA,
Washington game, John.
yeah, for the Washington game, they did the FedEx takeover. If you go online on what's the name of that? Stephen D says it all the time. But they did the 3 of them: Washington, Baltimore.
What? Tailgreeters.
Tailgreeters. If you go on Tailgreeters and you punch in FedEx takeover, it comes up with the hotel, the tailgating package. There's a bus that takes you from the hotel to the tailgate and back after the game. So
they do.
We
they
couldn't
do
be on the
Tailgreeters, and Stephen D and them do 3 or 4 games a year, away games a year.
yeah, this year they're doing Philly, Washington, and Baltimore. So if you go on Tailgreeters and download it, you can find all the information there. You know, they had a big group at Philly. I I know Stephen D said they had over 300 RSVPs for Saturday night's meet and greet. There's going to be people standing outside because they're not going to have enough room inside, and that's totally free. You just show up where they're at and can hang out with 300 Dolphins fans.
Oh my God.
Chef Q just put it up. FedEx takeover and Baltimore beatdown on tail greeters.
Hey, just when you sit in that stadium, don't sit under any drain pipes.
So there's different groups. I know Holly and DeRicky and Jason and them all left. Burke, they left today. They were going up early. They probably got an Airbnb. Holly's great at finding Airbnbs. We stayed in one out in LA, and Tom, that was nice, right?
Yeah, it was.
She found a great place. It wasn't expensive. I think it was like, I don't remember. What was it? $60, $70 a person a night?
Yeah, that's
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, and we had like 8 or 10 of us at the place, so it was nice.
The door was almost more expensive than the entire house.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
well,
John,
What I need is,
were you all part of that flyover with the
Raiders game?
No, I'm talking about
Right when they flew over Hard Rock.
No, I'm not
No,
talking about flyover. I'm talking about the drone at the jet.
Oh yeah. We were. I don't know if I was there at the exact time the drone was over. I know there's a couple of pictures that were taken. Funny story. Solo D was performing, and they got him up on top of the U-Haul. And he had a heck of a time getting down, man. I wish I should have taken my phone out and taped it because that man was scared trying to get down off the top of that U-Haul. They were holding on to him and trying to slide him down real slow and easy. And he's going to tell you no, but I was standing there watching it and I was dying laughing.
I have that. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that on StreamYard for next week. But the whole drone picture where they're singing the Dolphins theme song.
Yeah, I was off to the left over by the fence.
Yeah, we're right on the left.
Yeah, I don't know if we made the picture or not.
Yeah, it's hard to see anybody.
Are we?
Yeah. Because I can see, like, Solo's got the little flag. I have my orange glasses on, and then Allie's, like, in front, and then it's you, me, Matt, Steph.
Yeah, I had Matt and Steph come in from California, stayed at my house last week. Had them here for Thanksgiving. Matt's mom and stepdad were here.
Yeah, his birthday this weekend. I think he's coming out to DC because I know that Anthony Ott hit me.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, Matt and Steph will be there for DC as well.
Yeah, it's solid. I'll see them down there. It's gonna be nuts.
I love our Dolphin family. I just love it.
Hell
it's amazing.
And then I got Chris coming with me to fill in for the spot for you. So he's all excited. And then him and Ant are both Marines, so they're all excited to see each other too in DC. Should be a good time. I'm gonna have like 3.
Yeah, we travel well. Can't complain about that.
Absolutely. Pocket chicken parm, and then I'm gonna have probably a tray or 2 of buffalo chicken. I'm gonna call Keith tomorrow. Today was just crazy because I had like my grandma go to the hospital to get a pacemaker, so I had this going on, work going on.
How are they doing, Tom?
She's good. She's good. My mom saw her at like 5:30, 6 o'clock when she got in the room.
How old is she?
Everything went good. 1934, so 89, 90.
Oh, she is. Yes, she is.
January 19th of 90.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
Real quick, John Featherline, I need your prediction for Sunday's game.
I would say 31 so 17.
Yeah, see, we're all in that range.
31-17.
Well, I
think
tell you,
it was like 46, 47.
I don't see it being like the John Madden on YouTube. The look into it, their play of it, because they had it.
What, the simulation or whatever?
The simulation. They had it.
Yeah.
They had it real close. I think they had it like 38-34 or something.
We're not giving up 34 points.
That ain't happening.
Not the way our defense has been playing.
Not the way our defense. And how do you figure that in, right? Like, you can't figure that in because game 1, versus game 13, it's a different team. And I'm sorry, you can't factor in a coach in the middle of his second season. And what McDaniel has done, it is not the norm. So, some of these coaches, I feel bad for the Carolina coach. I mean, did he get a chance? He didn't get a chance. What the heck is that? And I actually think they're a decent team. They've had some things, that they can build on, but you can't. What are you going to do with a coach that's had less than a season? Come on.
Yeah,
I don't know how the Philadelphia lost to the New York Jets after what we did to the New York Jets.
I think they had a bad game.
It's suspect.
I mean, they're the same people.
Wait,
Jalen Hurts turned the ball over 4 times. That doesn't happen.
We talked
They
about
didn't think
this
they
with-
needed the refs for
with-
that game.
Go ahead,
Dolphins.
Victor.
They did. That's
Hold on,
right.
Victor, go ahead.
Two things with the Eagles, and I'm going to talk about this with Winter's brother Eric. They're 10-1, but they've been winning ugly 10-1, like in the beginning of the year. So when you say that, and the time that they lost to the Jets were playing crazy defense against some really good quarterbacks. I mean, Salah's team prior to Rodgers last year averaged only giving up 18 points per game. Rodgers is 80-10 when his defense gives up less than 20 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I really didn't think we were going to get 20 points, but we got what?
Well, I'm just saying to you, that's number one. And then the second part I want to add to Pam's statement, she's right. Game 1 to game 11 and 12 changes, but then that goes back to Santiago's point that the teams that you beat, they were also 500. You can't compare the Broncos team back then to the Broncos team right now.
Yeah, the Broncos
They were doing it with the Chargers.
You're going to notice. I'm going to listen to every single thing you could say. But the Chargers have gotten worse. That guy needs to get fired. He should have got fired when he didn't make the playoffs and he needed a tie. That's 2 years ago. He should.
The difference for Denver is Jeffrey Simmons. Think about it. When we got Ramsey, our defense started clicking. When they got Jeffrey Simmons back the week after our game, the defense started putting together.
Well, your defense came through in the Chargers game when the Chargers could have came back and scored a field goal. They came through on those 4 down. Not that they played great that whole time, but I'm just saying to you, that game was back and forth. That's why I didn't like the fact that defensive back took the ball game out. I'm just saying to you that as the games progress and you beat teams that had X amount of record, that's not your fault. It's nobody's fault. But it is what it is, right? But your team is getting better. You're playing again. If you keep just scoring like the old school San Diego Chargers, then I'd be concerned. But the fact that I saw you put together drives that ate up time, and you still are the fastest team in the NFL, that's impressive.
But I'd rather
and that 9-minute drive was against the Jets.
Even with Denver, 3 or 4 weeks later, what do we only beat them by 30 or 40? Instead of 50, I mean, come on.
No, it would have been a much different game.
Yeah, but
I mean, okay, so we only beat them by 30 instead of 50.
Tim, I love you, but look, you're off. Because you guys put up 70 points, and I thought you were going to put up 90 against the Giants.
I thought we would too, but
each game is. I was paranoid in that game. I was literally paranoid.
Defense is different.
I know for a fact I am a true believer with any given Sunday that the worst team can beat the best team.
Yeah, me
absolutely.
Too. Me too.
Yeah.
Any chance to beat
right.
Any given day.
Any given Sunday. I agree 100%.
That's why I think Staley should have been fired that 1 year by taking a.
So you're a Giant fan, huh?
Taking that Herbert and not giving him one play. He took him one playoff game experience away from that kid that he'll never get back.
I tell you what, Buffalo may not make the playoff.
The Giants are my favorite NFC team, and you know why? The Patriots didn't go undefeated because of them, and they beat the Patriots twice in the Super Bowl.
The Giants are
then this
my
past Sunday,
favorite
too.
NFC team for 1,000%.
William Barnhill is
And
watching
never
us on
thank you,
Facebook
Mike.
as
What's up,
well.
Barnhill?
They're my
all
favorite
you,
team too.
all you folks out there, please hit the like and subscribe if you're on YouTube.
Yes.
We appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to go around really and get some last comments from everybody. It's already 10:30. So
Past
I know
my
John's gotta
bedtime.
get up
That's
early.
my
I
bedtime.
work tomorrow early.
Yeah, I got
I've
work
already
tomorrow.
said
too.
pass like 5 times now. It's way.
Wait.
I'm okay.
That makes 6. So now
Hang on.
Potty Mouth goes to the
Hang on.
corner.
Ma'am, it's not past your bedtime. You're retired like I am. You don't have a bedtime.
But first, before we do that, we want to thank Victor for coming on our show, man. Thank you. Any given time. Thanks for coming on.
Yes,
Nice to meet you,
Thanks for
Victor.
inviting me. Thanks for having me
no,
on.
you're more than welcome any given time, Victor. We ask all our panels to come back anytime they want. You just let me know. Let Dolphin winners know. Anybody's more than welcome to join us. You know, I tried it. I almost had Troy Drayton coming on tonight, but when I contacted him, he was still at practice and stuff.
Finished up high school, right?
Well, that was
I don't know sister here, so.
yeah, 6. It was around 6:30. They were still at practice.
Oh.
No, I had a good time with your show. You guys are definitely Dolphin fans. There's no confusion there. And I'm happy. Like I said, I'm just happy that Tua stayed healthy. That's all I cared about.
Yeah.
I mean,
Keep it going.
Even as our panel, we agree to disagree on a lot of things, but we all agree we really don't want to see, even on other teams, someone get seriously hurt or anything.
No, yeah.
No,
Exactly.
but not somebody that's been hurt early in their career, right? So
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was contemplating retirement, right? I mean, so
Yeah.
and
No.
well, and
People are doing that for him.
I don't know if you heard the story about Phillips, even though this just happened, but before this happened, when he was hurt earlier in this year, he was doubting himself.
Mm-hmm.
He was seriously
He
doubting
retired
himself.
in college.
He retired in college before he went to the U.
He sure did.
Yeah,
Yep.
he had concussion
He
issues at
retired from
UCLA.
USC, right?
UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA.
UCLA. Okay.
UCLA.
One of them
University
people.
of Miami.
But it was the fans and other people that helped him come back this year. He said
He
it
was just in his
like
groove
himself.
too. Like we were talking to him Thursday night, he was very well aware. It was him and Chubb that were chilling. They were both very well aware of that. They were going to be the next Adwale Gunlade JT. Like they were like starting to feed each other, feel off of each other. He was starting to get that explosiveness back, the elusiveness that you see from.
Well, and I think he can come back from this very well. It's just going to be next year, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, but that's fine. I think
He had surgery today.
Yeah. And he had the regular surgery. Coach McDaniel said it was just the normal surgery was the best one for him. I'm sure most of you guys watched Hard Knocks.
Not yet.
I have not seen it.
Yeah, never,
All right.
never,
Well,
I don't know how to do
You
that.
can talk about it.
Anyway,
If you watch it, watch the play right before his
When he
Achilles.
rubs his leg.
He actually got up, had a slight limp, and reached down and rubbed his legs and then reset. And when he took off, the thing just exploded. So I'm thinking with the cold weather and whatever happened when he went down the play before on that turf, he actually might have twisted it a little bit.
He was rubbing his calf, and which is what it all attaches. You know, that's basically what.
So that's where your Achilles goes up into your calf. There's a couple pressure points in there.
Right, but he started rubbing his calf, and I'm like, oh Lord.
Right, and we already knew what was going to happen because we knew it. But when I actually watched Hard Knocks and was able to see him limping and just a slight limp, but listen, he's a professional. He didn't want to come off the field with the cold weather. That does not help. I have 2 bad Achilles, and being in the cold sucks.
Was this
I got to wear.
game?
And it probably would have happened later anyway,
There is
whether he
something
came off or not.
Major
And
wrong with that field.
Yeah,
that field sucks.
Yeah, they had
because
$2 billion
there's,
corporations. Fix the
there's so
fucking
many
field.
players that are coming from other teams that are getting injured on that field.
Yes.
And on the Giants, we've had receivers for the last 6 years, like 16 of them. Every one of them has a hamstring problem. Every one of these players are injured all the time.
There was
Guys don't want to come to either New York team because
I don't want them to play.
That's right, Tom.
But they were saying today in the
so
last
I can tell
6
you
years on an article that 15 people have messed their Achilles up in the last 6 years or so.
Oh,
season ending
on that field.
Yes,
on that field.
Since 2020.
I don't understand why you can't.
They're
worried about
That was since 2020.
They're worried about the Buffalo, the brotherly shove get injuring players. You should be worried about the field. I mean, that's too many players from other opposing teams and your own team. We got players hurt all the time.
Like 7 guys.
If I was a player, I would have to draw attention.
I'm sorry?
I said if I was a player, I'd have to draw attention and sue the stadium. You can't sue the team because they're renting. But you sue the stadium just to draw attention to it to get things changed.
Yeah,
I think
the NFL should do it. Somebody should do something.
But then you have
billion-dollar owners.
Actually, 15 players since 2020.
That's a lot.
Right.
And
That's
But
a
then you
lot.
have Barcelona fans complaining about the heat in Florida and that, Ocean needs to do something. So, you got the ridiculousness to the real, right? But I will tell
elements
you,
are the elements. The field is
the
different.
elements.
You can't change the elements.
Exactly.
But the field you could change.
The field you can change.
Fields you could change.
But there was a fan on my stream when that play happened, and he said he's a nurse, and he said when he saw the replay of that he saw his calf, like there was the way his calf did, the way it moved, like he saw it was clear that that is Achilles snap, just like that. And so the play before, you can tell that it was going to happen. It didn't matter if he'd have gone off and then came on a play later or 2 plays later, it would have happened. Because that field and of course his body. So I mean, they got to look at that. Quit messing around with these guys.
And the sad part, there's 2 NFL teams that are playing there. It's not just one.
$2 billion owners fix the field.
$2 billion playing field. It's not like it's one. It's not like it's Dolphin Stadium. It's not like it's Texas. You got 2 teams playing there. And that means you got 2 away teams coming every time. So you're talking millions and millions of dollars.
Millions. Yeah.
And you know what their excuse is? Both the ownerships, it's not cost effective to have grass.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, but something though, when you think about
be playing there.
I know why Jalen Phillips is doing it the old way. You look at Rodgers, he's trying this new thing that hasn't been proven yet. But he has to backpedal, and he has to move around. Jalen Phillips has to come off of those legs with so much force on a pass.
It happens to be his right leg, which is his back leg. That's his push leg. So
he has to do it the old way. He has to do it the way that's known because of how much force he uses.
They're doing counterweight. They're drilling through the bone and attaching a weight basically to stabilize. That's what he's doing. So all of his rehab and training has been he's got like a treadmill where he doesn't have to put pressure on the foot. It kind of slowly drags it so it can build him up as he goes. That's why he's come back so fast. We'll see if that holds, but
that's the thing, right, Tom? I mean, that's the thing. Do you know what's going to happen?
No, and if he comes back and plays on that field again, he may blow it right back up.
I'm telling you.
Don't get me wrong. I don't wish that upon anybody.
Nope.
But if he does do that, he's done.
He's done.
He's done. Yeah.
How long is Phillips rehab supposed to be?
He won't be back till next year sometime.
About it. So Cam Akers probably did it the fastest otherwise, and he did his in July, August of the year the Rams went to the Super Bowl and played in the Super Bowl. It was 5 months and change. I would say Phillips' timetable is anywhere between 6 and 10 months. I think we did it in 11 in 93 with medicine that was a third of what we have now. So I mean, he's gonna have the off season. I think he could probably come back by week.
I don't know if I said it earlier. Roger Logan was watching, but Nene joined us here at the end. I want to start off with
hey girl.
No, any last words? Let's start off with Todd with any last words.
Hey, I'm just excited for the game this week, man. I just love watching my team play and keep winning. I'm enjoying these victory Mondays and victory days. So kind of getting spoiled. I want to keep it going.
Thank you, John.
We appreciate you, Tom, and you can, Todd, and you can come back anytime. Peace, love, and fins up, brother.
Peace, love, and fins up,
Peace, love, and fins up.
Hooked him up, Joe.
All right, I'm just obviously happy with where we're going and everything, and my biggest happiness is that it's our head coach, and that's really the driver to everything. I mean, look at we have a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense. I mean, the only teams that have that are 49ers, Lions, Chiefs, Cowboys, and us.
Eagles. Maybe.
That's who we're in bet, and that's our category. Right. And really we're top 10 in passing and rushing.
Yeah.
And there's only the 49ers and the Lions are the only other teams that are in that category. So we're and it's not just because we have some fluky thing going on. It's because we have good coaching, a good process. We can plug in good people. We can plug in any solid player and make it work. And the fact that we're playing Cotton and all these third string offensive linemen and our scheme and our ability to shoot the ball out in 2.5 seconds is making substandard players, if you ask me, look like stars on offensive line. I mean, if you look at our offensive line record, it looks like we have superstars. We don't. We have bad offensive line players. Sorry if that hurt somebody's feelings, but we do. And we're kicking ass with that because of coaching. So, like the Lions, as soon as they lose their offensive coordinator next year, what are they going to do? Right?
Did you say ass?
Head coach and Fangio's not going anywhere. Fangio's going to be happy to be defensive coordinator here forever after the head coaching experience he had. I mean, we are locked in to double head coach happiness. This year, I love this year, but to me, this year doesn't even mean as much to me as where we are this year as compared to where we're going. You know what I mean? It's just different. So
we appreciate you, Joe. You have a good night. Peace, love, and fins up, brother.
Peace, love, and fins up. Joe, that was a great take.
John?
Yeah. Well, I think we're doing pretty good, and I think we're going to win the division. And I think the Buffaloes are going to lose a few more games before they even see us. And I figure we're going to beat them on the last game. And I like how our season's going. And the defense is like everybody's saying, the defense is locked in, and the offense is, no matter the coaches is helping the offensive players that are new or second stringers or whoever we get in there, making it do good.
We appreciate you, John, and you have a great week. We'll talk to you soon, brother.
Okay. Peace, love, fins up.
Peace, love, fins up, John.
We're going to let Victor go because I know he's tired and he's ready to fall asleep. I want you to know you don't have to commit to the whole show when you're on here, Victor.
That's all right. I appreciate it. I get up at 5 in the morning, so back in the same place. So, but I want to say thank you for having me on the show. This was a great show. I think you guys definitely true Dolphin fans. That's for sure. I think you got you have a good 6 games coming up. You got 3 games that you should emphatically win, no doubt. And then you have 3 games that you need to win to show who you are, right? Yeah. So that's a good mix as opposed to having a tough road 6 in a row, you know what I mean? Or having whatever. Yeah. So I think you got the chance. You're going to win your conference, which is I predicted it, so I called it. You're gonna win your conference, and I just think that you got to shore up a little bit on your pass defense, a little bit more. You're giving up a little bit more passing yards against some of the other teams that have some passing. But outside of that, I think again, it was a great show. Please feel free to tune in to us every Thursday at 8 p.m. We were live on YouTube, on Facebook, on Spotify, Stitcher, Jersey Boy Sports Talk at 8 p.m. And I thought we shared your show. I'm a big supporter of your show. We're going to promote your show as well here. I think you guys did a great job. And I'm happy to see the Finns, the way they play. They're an exciting team to watch. So I'm going to take you up on that, John, and meet you up at your. I'll probably reach out to you, tell me where we're going to go again. I already forgot. But I'd like to get there for the Dallas game because if there's a game,
unfortunately, that's the only home game I'm missing.
Oh, shit.
I'll be there. I'll be at the Dallas game. I'm not missing a home game. We'll be at East 12 and
East 12. So I just like to see them, get beat. I want to see two against Dak. I think that's going to be the telltale, right? And playing in Miami is going to be important, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, thank you very much, and thank you for your cause. We'll make sure we promote your show, your cause, and God bless everybody. And fins up, I guess.
Fins up, brother. Thanks for being here.
Fins up, Victor.
God bless. Hey, and safe travels, please, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. You have a good night. Thank you.
Observing. God bless. Bye.
Good night, Victor.
Well, I want to say real quick. I said it before the season started. Once the Jets got Rodgers, I said history repeats itself, and I said we're going to win the division back then. And it's right now, it sure as hell certainly looks that way. So I'm happy about that.
Just got to finish.
John, Tom, which one of you want to go next? I know, John, you got to get up early.
It's good to see Nick Needham back out there playing. He's getting more and more reps, which is our slot corner. So happy for Nick, his mom, great people.
Oh, yes.
And he's
heartbreaking for Phillips. Kid is balling out, having a great year. Every game he's gotten better and better, and then unfortunately, blows his Achilles out, which hurts him, hurts the team. He'll be back.
He'll definitely be back. Not this year, but he will definitely be back.
He'll be back next year. He's put on weight. He's put on muscle. You look at him. If Hard Knocks, and I don't know how they edit it. I don't know how they edit it, but a lot of it was about Phillips this week, and I hope they don't do that every week, because if another injury happens and I watch another Hard Knocks and it happens to be the guy that they were following around all week, it's going to blow my mind. But
exactly.
Tom, have fun at the Washington game. Bring home the W.
I appreciate it, bro. I missed it. You're not coming.
Yeah, me too. But family things sometimes.
I get it.
Yep. So. Fins up. Peace, love, and fins up, guys.
Christmas Eve game you won't be at.
Yeah, I won't be there for Christmas Eve because obviously got to be with the family, the wife, the kids, the grandkids. So.
Well, see, that's where I got lucky this year. My wife's going to the game with me.
I can't get my wife to get down there, so she definitely wouldn't get down for Christmas. So.
Okay, John, you have a good night. We'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right. Enjoy, guys.
Yeah, bro. I'll talk to you this week. Appreciate you.
Tom, while you're playing your games?
Yeah.
Is he playing games or is he taking our picture? Smile, y'all.
You're good. No, I appreciate everybody. I mean, I think it was a good show. I think we all talked what we needed to say. Hoping that we crush the Commanders on Sunday. It's going to be huge again. I mean, dude, we have I know we're Tail Greeter and Ryan and all them and Steven, they're all going to be the complete opposite side of where we are, but we're going to try to make it happen anyway. I think there's a group of 50 or 60 of us that are going between all different East 12 and everywhere else. And then they're going to be on the other side. It's going to be a huge weekend. We're going to show out. JD's coming. A lot of big names are coming. Chucky. So it should be
And
fun.
you're
I'm excited
cooking
for that.
all that food you're bringing, Tom. I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
seriously, that'll make us win alone.
like last week, like I felt bad because when I brought 3 trays of chicken parm, I just didn't think. I thought they would add sternos and stuff. So I literally had like a double burner camping grill with silver trays of 3 thick chicken parms. Like I had 11 pounds of chicken parm. So like it was hard to like keep it hot. So now I got all the sternos. I got the hot bag. I knew it was going to be easier because we have the Airbnb in DC, so I can go right from the oven, right to the hot bag, right to the tray. So it'll be nice and hot. Vodka chicken parm and stuff.
That's amazing, Tom.
I want to appreciate, everything you do for helping
course, bro.
hands and us. It's been a rough ending of this year and all, but I appreciate each and every one of y'all just for being there for me. And it's going to be. I want you to know, Tom. I am looking at least going to the New England game next year up in New England.
I've actually never been there, so you piqued my interest with that one. I was thinking about doing Indy or maybe Atlanta because I think both of those games are going to be away. It'll just depends how it shakes out,
Well, I want to do the New England one because I told Winters I would do that with him and Russell and stuff. And
nice.
I want if I can, I want to try and do one of the tail greeter ones and stuff.
Yeah, they're fun. They're definitely fun.
Super good.
So many good people. Like you literally can't walk like 4 feet without running into like 16 good people.
Someone you know and love. Yep.
Absolutely.
Well,
and then you said you sent the flag, right? So I'll try to get the flag.
Yeah, it should be Saturday there tomorrow.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll bring it with me on Saturday. I probably could have got like, I don't know. I mean, I didn't bring much with me this time. I mean, I can show you what I got. I got the HN.
Yeah, you sent me pictures and stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Look at that.
I'll do that.
Yeah, that's one of the new helmets. He's got HN on it too.
Yeah, I got HN on this, and then I got Phillips and.
Wow.
I mean, here, like if you haven't seen.
Oh, that's beautiful.
In the basement, like all that's done. So I got that this past Saturday, whatever, Friday. I keep fucking that up. I keep saying Saturday, Sunday when it's Thursday, Friday was last week.
Yeah.
Well, that screwed everybody up. It really did.
And then when we were talking, like I was saying, I was talking to Chubb and Phillips, like both of them on one together because, like, wrong way, sorry.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's what I got. Those two. I mean, I was trying to get Tua, trying to get Dan. Obviously, I've never gotten to it in person, even though I have him like 25 times. Dan didn't fly in till Sunday or till Friday morning with Garfinkel on the Jets on the jet.
Okay.
But we did get to see Tua, so I got a picture with Tua, got a picture with Ramsey, David Long, all those guys, Jerome Baker, and then Jeff Wilson. Like I was telling you guys, Jeff Wilson's brother. After the Philly game, like saw the pics or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, my daddy talks about you a lot still because like the Jets Dolphins last year, the playoff game, I had a Wilson jersey, and he was like, "You're one of the first Wilson jerseys I've seen like since he's been traded to the team." Like, so his dad remembered me, and now his brother remembers me. So he's like, "My whole family's coming to DC. We got to figure out we can link up." Like Jeff was like, "Walk with me, we'll talk." Like. It's like my whole family knows you and likes you. What's going on? I'm coming to DC.
Oh my God!
So try to network with it. So I'm saying I might even like have Jeff take the flag or like look us out that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be great. That'd be great because I think that will end up bringing a lot of money for the.
Absolutely.
Event.
Try to get in his ear and see if we can get him on a show, maybe.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And tell him, I mean, if he wants a contract where we only talk about what he wants to talk about, that's fine.
Yeah, we could have preset questions
we
already
can talk about
how
great he runs. We can just do Jeff Wilson Jr. all over. We can do whatever.
But yeah, so I'll see if I can keep networking, keep working that charm and see what we can get.
Work your charms. Work your charms.
You'll see me. You'll know I'll be posting, going crazy, rocking my two crosses, belligerent off Jameson, screaming out Dolphins just like anyone would.
Well, Shake, you're a little late, brother.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
Big money. Big spoon.
Big.
I don't know.
You have a good night,
I was
brother.
recording an episode of Insomnia. I was recording an episode of Insomnia. That's why.
There's my big spoon right there.
We've been on for over 2 hours now, brother.
That's all good. I just wanted to pop up real quick to say hi.
Well, we
Appreciate you,
appreciate you,
brother.
and you appreciate you promoting our show and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I enjoy being on your show. I do more listening than talking, but you see, well, I will voice. No, I do, because I will voice my opinion when I disagree with something. And Shake knows that.
Yeah, for sure.
But we appreciate you popping in. Miss Pam, you got any last words? Take your happy ass to bed.
That's right. I'm going to say the word ass again. I'm just talking just so much smack and foul language with my. Yeah. The Dolphins are going to kick ass on Sunday. We're going to intercept at least 3 times. We're going to score twice on defense. I'm telling you, this Dolphins defense, this Dolphins team, I mean, we're just getting started, people. We're just getting started, and we are rolling at the right time. I've missed you guys, and thank you so much for having me on here. And I love you very much. And
we love you, Miss Pam.
We love you
peace,
too.
love, and fins up, my fellers.
Up, honey.
Appreciate
love
you.
y'all.
Love you too, Pam.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, man. Like I said, I agree with her. We're getting Christian Wilkins trade value up for next year, and fins up.
Of course. I didn't even get to ask his prediction.
It's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody. Papa Paul, you know, I always love thanking you, brother, for having us on this platform every week. This week, I expect us to do what we do and do what we do best. I really feel that the defense is going to show up very big against Washington. I predict like 3 interceptions at least, and I predict about a good 4 sacks. So
I think we'll have just as many sacks as we did last week, 7.
I would like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really would. I would like that a lot, but I'll take 4. I'll take 4.
And Pam got the last word in.
Pay that man. But Papa Paul, I appreciate you, brother. Everybody at home, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you for tuning in on another week of the WCFL Dolphins Talk. You know, and I appreciate
Michael Lash,
that.
Ryan Carroll, Doug Cubby.
Yeah.
Y'all joined us at the very end of the show.
Sorry.
We appreciate you guys. Have to go back and watch some more.
And one more thing, I have a surprise for us next week. I'm going to talk to you in the back room before we go. But I got a surprise for us next week.
Okay, y'all guys, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button on YouTube. Otherwise, peace, love, and fins up, everybody.
Fins up, right. Have a good night.
Good night.